Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Shut up. That's my shit. I gotta start putting that shit back in my videos. Shut up. Shut up. I'm trying to get my shit correct so y'all don't see the love making machine to the left of me. You feel me? All right, y'all. We about to talk. Talk about something I said I wasn't gonna do on my page, man. But man, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Behind the bar. What's good with it, bro? All right, we about to talk about something that I said I wasn't gonna do on my channel, right? Because I believe there's certain things that you'll never see eye to eye, like with certain shit. All right, and it's politics and racy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm not even talking about like, well, I think this, and religion. Sorry, and religion. All right, so there's three: religion, race, and politics. Like, if a person believes in something, believes in it. Who am I in religion? Right? Who am I to try to change you or make you see a different, like, that's what you believe. That's what you believe. So we're never going to come to a conclusion. That's why God made us all different. Because you can believe in what you want to believe in. You can believe in what you want to believe in. You can believe in what you want to believe in. And guess what? Everybody still wakes up in the morning and go on about their day. All right. But a lot of shit has happened on YouTube. All right. Specifically in this sector, and it's another thing. Like, people call this the beef sector, and then they call it the black sector. So when you add in those two, right? Black and beef. I got a problem with that. I got a problem with it, right? Because although people beef and argue and whatnot, there is also white people over here beefing and arguing and whatnot. So don't call it the black sector. All right? Don't call it the beef. Shamrock, salute for that. I appreciate that. Don't call it the black sector or the and trust me, I'm not here to tell you what to do at all. So let's make that disclaimer. For two, there's going to be some people, if they want to come up and we can talk about this straight up. Like, there are no punches pulled, no nothing. We can talk about all of this straight up. The disclaimer is that what says on this channel, who says it, that's who said it. All right. We're not gonna put, well, they said on React's channel that blah blah blah, so that's everybody, right? That's everybody. Nah, we're not doing that. Whoever said it, that's who meant it. All right. So I'm gonna drop the link in a few seconds. All right, but I'm a part of that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. People try to group you or you over Vanessa to know I'm shut up and react. That's it. That's me. That's me. So I move how I move. I'm moving all through these goddamn YouTube streets. I'm over here. Man, you can find me in the motherfucking growing section on YouTube. You can't put me in a box. I move how I want to move. Like, I'm not like he said, BDB, like, he is behind the bar. Behind the bar is his sector. Like, he moves how he moves. You can't put him in a box. But racism, all right? Racist. So here's my feeling about racist people. And I'm going to let you know right now. I have come into contact with two real racist situations, all right? One, I was playing baseball for a college, right? We went in the sticks somewhere. We got called all type of shit. because there was some black kids, some Spanish kids, and some white kids, and all that. And we got called all type of shit. Bottles thrown at us. The police came, all because we smacked this team by like 15, 20 runs. We smacked them, right? The parents didn't like that shit. It must have been like, I don't know what it was. It was like a graduation type. I don't know what it was, what time it was, but the parents was there and they was beefing, wolfing, blah, blah, blah. And then that was the first time I actually saw racism full up, because the man's face, the way he was screaming at me, I was like, I wasn't even old enough to drink. So I was around 19, 20. And the way he was screaming at me, you motherfucker, you fucking beep, 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 you motherfucker. And the wife was doing the same shit. Like, and I'm looking, I'm like, my coach, who was an 80-year-old white man, pushed me. It was like, keep going. Said my name. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Hopped in the stands and was getting it on with them. Getting it on, right? Fighting. I'm talking about like for real getting it on. Throwing blows. This is a college baseball coach. We all go back over there. We start getting it on. Boom, 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 boom. Black kids, white kids, Spanish kids. And we had a couple Arabic kids on the team too. And one pitcher, his name was Chin. He was a pitcher. He was Asian. Now we all fighting with the coach, right? So I'm like, oh shit, blah, 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 blah. Boom, boom. It got crazy. Police came or whatever. So I ain't gonna make a long ass story. Police came. We all, get on the bus, and it's a somber, quiet ass ride home, right? Somber, quiet ass ride home. We get to the locker room. We take all of our shit. Parents pick me up, right? I'm in the backseat of the car, and I'm fuming. I'm fuming. My step pops looked at me and was like, what's wrong? And I told him, and it was a silence for the whole hour ride home. The whole hour ride, it was silence, right? Then he took me, because he didn't want to say it in front of my mom. He took me outside, and he pretty much gave me the rundown of who I was. You know what I'm saying? Like, he says, oh, well, I'm not going to go too far into it. But you know who you are. You know what you look like. People don't see you as one thing. They see you, and some people, I'm not going to say all, some people see you as one thing. Some people see you as another. We see you as one thing. So when you go outside of these doors, basically, don't nobody give a fuck about you. Nobody. Because that was the first time. And then after that, shit got crazy. Yeah, it was Asian. No, his name was Chin. I'm no cap. I'm not even trying to be funny or nothing. Not trying to be funny or nothing. But so as I'm laying in my bed that night, I'm fucking going over shit in my head, and I seen like so I'm seeing this dude in my head, like you should have stole on it, you should have jumped, you should like risk a scholarship and all that shit. Like, nah. But I see my coach, a white man, old white man, and then I see Chin, and then I see a bunch of everybody fight the white dudes. Like, everybody was fighting these two racist dudes, and then I go back to the words my pop said. Like, it was some other shit in it that I'm not gonna say on YouTube or whatever. But that's when I became the person that I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, uni gang. I want everybody to I want everybody to rock with me for my beliefs. Let's put it that way. And my beliefs are, they're shitty people, right? They're shitty black people, they're shitty white people, they're shitty Asian people, they're shitty, Arabic people, they're shitty people, period. Don't group me. Don't put me in a box. Don't group me. Don't say also, yo, you're supposed to be this, and this because you look like this. Or you're supposed to be this because you look like this. Nobody on this fucking earth can tell you great in heavy metals, heavy shamrock, 702. Nobody can tell you what the fuck you supposed to do, because by your skin tone. Your skin tone don't determine that, all right? So I just want to get that out the way. Because that is the reason why I believe what I believe in right now is unity, right? No matter what color you are, there's somebody bigger than us that's really actually toying with us. There's somebody bigger, way bigger than we can ever fucking think of that's toying with us. So don't say it's obviously black and white, clearly, obviously black and white, but people label you as, let's say, Republican and Democrat, black or white, shit like that. And that's the part I can't fuck with it, because it's more than black and white. It's more than black and white. What up, Crown Key? Savata? What up, Savata? What up, Nicole? Coexist. Yep. He said, of course, the Asian picture named Chen. That motherfucker was a beast, though, boy. That motherfucker was a beast, though, boy. That motherfucker had a curve. Listen, man. That motherfucker was a beast. So, I want to say some shit, all right? Because I'm a truth believer that if you say the word nigger, all right? This is from me to you. From me to you. If you say the word nigger, you're done in my book. You're done. All right? Now, I don't care if he was mad. I don't care if he was glad. I don't care if you was in a fight. I don't care if you was right. I don't give a fuck what the situation was. I don't care. You're done in my book. I don't care if you stubbed your toe. Damn, nigger. I don't care. Because I've been mad so many times. I didn't even call that white man a beep. I didn't even call him that. Because it's not in me. It's not in me. I can be mad as fuck. And I won't say beep to a Latino person because it's in me. Like, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say beep to an Asian person. I'm not going to, there's no level that you can make me go to where I will disrespect another man's race. I'll punch you clean in the fucking shit before I do that. Just straight in your shit. Wow. All your shit coming out. That's what I would do before I would use that word. Those words. And it's because that's not me. So if you say it, if you get mad and the very first thing that comes out of your mouth is about a man's appearance, right? Because in your head, you think black, ignorant, oh, nigger. You could have called that man any other thing. You could have called him, you piece of shit, punk ass motherfucker. There's thousands of things you could have said, King Doc. Then call that man a nigger. Right? So one time, do you automatically call a person racist? That's my question. One time, do you automatically call that person a racist? There's a difference between, oh, well, you're done in my book, than labeling a person a racist, right? That's the difference, okay? When I said you're automatically done in my book, that don't mean you're racist. That don't mean you're racist. That just means that I'm looking at you from back here. Like, that's how I'm looking at you. That's how I'm looking at you. But are you racist? Are you racist? Is a person racist that used that word, right? If you use the word as a black man or whatever, cracker, are you racist? Are you racist? That's the question I want to know, because I've heard black YouTubers use the word cracker. I don't care about none of the definitions from back in the days. I don't care about I don't care about any of that. It's used as a derogatory term for white people, to talk about white people. Are you racist because you say that? Because the real racists, they won't sit down. They won't even have a conversation with the opposite person, the opposite, what do you want to call them? What do you want to call it? The opposite race. They won't have a conversation. That's my opinion. They won't have a conversation with the race that they hate. You never see Jews eating with you never seen Germans eating with Jewish people. You know what I'm saying? You never seen that. You never seen it. All right? You just never saw it happen. Because they were true. At that point in time, they were true racists. I'm talking about, back then. All right. You never saw that shit. It comes off racist in the wrong town. Now that's another thing I will say. All right. People say, oh, well, you listen to Ryan Upchurch and he rocks the Confederate flag. Now, just like in my video, if you see the Confederate flag and you in the South, that's the Confederacy. That was their shit. That's their heritage. I would be wrong to say, nah, you can't rock that flag, because that's their forefathers and all that other shit. All right. That's like coming up to me and saying, I can't study Fred Hampton and all my people, all the people that I fucking read books on, and this fucking book and all the books that I fucking read, Khalid Muhammad, and you can't tell me I can't do that. I can't tell you to do that. You can't do that. Simple. I try to stay in my fucking lane. I try to stay in my lane. And I'm worried about myself. Okay. So I can't change your views. I'll never be able to change your views for political beliefs, for religion, and for and race. If you have any. Now, I'm gonna open the floor. For anybody who wants to come up and talk about this race shit, because the word racist is used a lot. It's used a lot. And typically, the only time we've had definitive proof of somebody saying the N-word was with King Doc and Shangy. King Doc and Shangy. So we got one person pointing, they're all racist. Meanwhile, hanging with a racist. So what is it? What is it gonna be? And then that's my first part I'm getting into. The second part, y'all not gonna like me. Y'all not gonna like me. I'm sorry. Y'all just not gonna like me for my second part. And it's because I'm about to say something that I don't care if y'all fuck with me after or not. So let's do a little something like this. I'm gonna drop the link, and then I'm gonna slowly like work my way into some shit. All right. So there's a lot of people that's and it's clear as day. There's a lot of people slithering through these chats and starting a lot of different drama, a lot of different beef, a lot of different everything, right? There's a lot of fake smiling, a lot of fake saluting, a lot of fake, it's just a lot of tolerating, right? And the tolerating is because it's solely duly because of the hate for one person, right? I'm gonna keep it a buck. This is the realest you gonna get for me to be right now to having this dialogue. Because I'm talking to y'all. Nobody else has popped up. The hate for one person, right, has built a sector. the hate for another person has kind of grouped a lot of people together that don't really fuck with one another, right? Some do. Some do. Some do. Do not get that twisted at all. Some of these people fuck with one another hard body karate, right? But some don't. Some don't. It's very obviously some don't, right? But I see you, bro. What's good? What's good?
Salute, man, salute, bro. I'm out here teaching my boy to grill.
Yeah,
You
you
know how
see
that
that? You see that grill I posted? That was all fucked up, right?
Yeah. Hey, you gonna tell the people I did that?
Yeah. But I'm rolling into something right now because it's been sitting on. It's a lot of fake shit going on YouTube, man. Like and
Talk to me, bro. What's happening? Talk to me. What's happening?
I've never been the one, right? Contrary to belief or whatever, I've never been the one to go along with an agenda type shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't like this person. I'm rolling along with this person. Like I've never been the one contrary to some people believe, right? So even when everybody was bombing on one person, I was still like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't never crossed me wrong or nothing like that. I fuck with him, right? So I never been the one to follow agendas, right? So I gotta call shit out when I see it. I gotta call shit out when I see it because I think some shit is fake. Like I think some shit is fake, right? So we got a sector, right? This little section that we in, and we got people that normally didn't like us, talked about us actually, didn't like us at all, talked about us. And it's clear because you can see DMs, you can see all type of shit, right? That didn't fuck with us. That didn't fuck with us at all, but now is actually fucking with us. And I gotta question it. I have to question it. Oh,
that's understandable. That's understandable. That is
but my
definitely
question
understandable.
my question is it fake? Is it fake? Is it all?
When we say fake, is it majority of the people that didn't know who we were? Because if it's the people that didn't know who we were and they said something, I don't fault them for that. Because if they was like, that's like me with you. You know what I mean? If I'm rocking with you and you say, yo, fuck this nigga, you already know what I'm on. Fuck that nigga. I ain't gonna take the time to know him or none of that shit. So it all depends. You know what I mean? If they felt like that from the jump, or if they feel like that complete, that's where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at with it.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I gotta come out and say the shit because I can't sit with it because the more I sit with it and the more these people go live and I'm just sitting there like, yo, this shit is fake. Like I'm pulling a rose gold. Like, yo, all this shit is fake. You don't fuck with me. You really don't fuck with me. So why you saluting and all this other shit? Like you don't fuck with the people I fuck with. You just rolling with me because I don't like this nigga Dose. Calling it like I said, because I don't like Dose. So we all grouping up together because we don't like a punk ass nigga, right?
Yeah, you right.
So I'm gonna drop the link. King Doc, what's going on, bro? You can I didn't mute you, I don't think.
No, I muted myself. I was just listening. I just I agree.
So go ahead.
No, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
So you're one of the persons that a lot of people throw around the word racist because you came out and you said that when you were mad, you fought a dude and you called him the N-word. You called him a nigger. Right?
Yeah, something along those lines. I
What,
uh,
what
how it went was the question was asked. I was reading in the chat. I was asked, Doc, have you ever used the N word, and would you say that to a black man's face? And my answer was, I said yes, I've said it before. I said, and when asked if I would say it to somebody's face, I said I didn't know if I was angry. I didn't know if we were in a fight. I said all bets were off then. I said, but no, I wouldn't just walk up to a black man and call him the word. I tried answering it as honestly as possible. Uh, Mostly, I was trying to look at it as if I was in the heat of something, it being called to me, if it would come out. Basically, I was like, I said, yes, I've used it. And I said, I didn't know. Basically, would it happen? Uh, pro- I mean, most definitely not. I mean, I don't feel comfortable using that word as many as people might think. That's why, aside from that, what I read, you'll never hear me. I've never said to any person that you're an N word or you're this or that. I've never. There's no receipts of that. There's nothing of the sort because I haven't. But I tried answering that question, which I should have looked at it a little more soberly because I probably would have realized it was a loaded question. And but I did. The way I looked at it was, look, if I come up here and you say, "Have you ever used that word?" Would you believe me if I said, "Never in my lifetime have I ever used that word"?
See,
Just on.
that's a crazy question because I know so many white men that haven't used that word. You know what I'm saying? So it's not far fetched to believe that you never used that word before. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Like,
well, all right. Let me look. All right. So maybe that was all right. So I'll give you that one. All right. Maybe there is. Let me ask you this though: if I would have never said that, it would have just been my word against everybody else's. Nobody would have been able to prove otherwise, and I could have been this fake fuck just running around being like, "No, I'm this big champion of the people. I've never said this before," but I would know that fine. So I looked at it like, "Hey, look, maybe it was, maybe from a YouTube perspective." A lot of people said, "Hey, I shouldn't have said nothing." I disagree with that. That is,
I see
but I
your
will
point.
say,
I see your point. You're saying that you could have, been running around here being fake,
right.
right? So instead of being running around here being fake, you just kept it real. Like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like I've said it before in a fight. You know what I mean? And my question is that, like, I don't think that makes you racist. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that makes you I don't know. This is a crazy situation. Not a situation like this because this shit happens all the time, but this topic, because it's like, who defines if you're racist or not? Like what do you have to do? What's the point? What's the line in the sand and be like, fuck it, you crossed that line, your toe crossed it, you're done. You are labeled a racist. You know what I'm saying? What is that line? That's the question I have with a lot of people. And I don't think I'm inviting anybody up here. Like I'm inviting anybody up here to talk about it. What is the line to say, all right, you crossed the line? So for some people, it's saying the word nigger. It's saying the word nigger immediately. Boom, you're done.
Right. Well, let me ask you this, React, and I got nothing against you, dude. I think that your purpose on YouTube was totally different than mine. You have a good thing going. I check you out from time to time. A lot of times I do stay in the bushes because honestly, I don't feel comfortable around certain channels. I feel like it's going to be a distraction to what you're saying. If I stop popping in, I feel like, not just since that, I think people kind of look at it like, I kind of just invited myself over here. I was intruding. That's just what I think. I know a lot of people, some people they support and stuff like that. But I want to tell you something like this. I was homeless for a few years, and any chance I could, I stayed out of the shelters. But I did have to go into the shelter a couple times. All right, it was freezing cold, and when I went in there, it was split right down the middle. All the black people were on one side, all the white people were on another side, and all the Hispanic people, they had a little section for themselves, and it was strictly, I'm not saying this is how it is, but it was strictly segregated in there. And it wasn't because it had to be, it was because everybody chose that. The black people stuck to theirs and they were laughing, joking. The white people stuck to theirs. I was one of these people. I went through the middle. I had friends on both sides. One of my best friends was from Camden, New Jersey. So it's not like I grew up this big fucking race in this cow dunk town. You know what I'm saying? It's not the case. Sometimes people do things for the shock value in it.
Right.
And when emotions are high, plus it's no secret, dude, I drink and shit. Some shit had come out. I had an enemy that was literally pounding my face in. I was doing the same to him. I didn't look at him like that. It's like, how can I hurt this person the same way? But I also got to say, I was a way younger man at that time, and that does not reflect me.
Oh, okay. So that's something that I don't think that's ever come out, that you were younger. I think people are thinking like this shit happened, last year.
That's what it is. Yeah, that type of shit.
Huh?
No, not at all.
No. See, Doc, when it comes to you, I don't think you're a racist. Y'all, listen, you do that, right? You do that, it's gonna bring me the chicken. All right? Doc, I don't really think you're a down hard racist. I just think you just somebody that just be kicking it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I really don't believe that. But people look at the situation when they say, "Hey, he said the word," the N word or whatever. People look at it like, "Oh, he might be." So I want you to explain the situation. I already know the situation on what happened. You were baited, and you drink a lot. You're a functional drunk. That's cool. Me too. You know what I mean? But you need to explain that a little bit more for the people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Explain that a little bit more for the people.
Right. All right. Well,
yeah. And let me say this, Doc. I don't think people knew that you were younger. Like I said before, I think people think this shit was like a year ago or some shit like that. Because I'm of the belief that people, they can change. People can change. I know this for a fact. People can change. So I'm just not gonna be the one to try to make them change. You know what I'm saying? But if people can change.
Right. No, dude, I appreciate that from both sides, but no, that was a fact of the matter. When I first started doing the show, I was coming at Dose, was going at Shangy. I started getting trolled like crazy, and that question came up. And it's like Goof Troop said, and this isn't an excuse. I'm not using.
No. Doc. It's not an excuse. I saw it for my own eyes. That's why I said it, because I said. You notice every time every time I talk to you, what I say, yo, let's pour a drink, take a shot for me, or some shit like that. I don't think you're racist at all.
No,
you know what I mean, but you got to explain that to the viewers so that way they can know what happened.
No, that's fair enough because honestly, dude, I don't want that. I don't like that being called that. I don't like it being associated with me. When I read it, all right, and Gufu, he could probably attest. I read it right off without even thinking about it. I saw the comment come up, and immediately I read it right off. And even when I got to the word, I even said, "Should I say this? Should I say the N word?" But I said the whole word. I said it right through, verbatim, what was written. Now, I saw, and I even thought for a second, I'm like, what should I say? And then it clicked in my head, it's like, just say the truth. And I did. So it did go, it sounded a lot different. But the fact of the matter is, that was like, I was in my late teens, early 20s when this happened, when I was living on the street, all that. Again, it's not
Yeah,
an
that
excuse.
you like 84. You same age as
What's that?
Rose going on.
What's
Nah, I
that?
fuck with you, bro. Go ahead. Yeah, bro.
Wait, you said
Oh,
half
Rose Gold.
what?
Look,
84?
Rose Gold. No, not 84. I said when I was in my younger 20s, late
Oh,
teens, younger 20s. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I was living on the street, and that's the incident that I was talking about where I got into the fight with the guy. Why I'm missing this tooth, the whole nine. It went all the way around the house until outside. But
all right.
the point I'm trying to make is, dude, I have children, and they've never heard me say that. I don't preach any of this segregation bullshit. I don't believe in it. And if I did believe in it, I would not have a hard time coming out and being like, "This is me. I'm sorry. I don't want to deal with you guys." But that's not the case. I've learned a lot since I've been around here. Believe it or not.
All right. So with all that being said, what would you say to everybody that says, "Well, he came from the gun squad and JB Gunner is openly racist"?
You keep saying my stuff.
Well, I don't.
Don't wait for the
The only
kid to
thing
get
I
home.
did, I was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold
Give
on
the
one
kid
second.
a second, bro.
Yeah.
But don't think nobody targeting you or anything, man, bro. Like you got a
Nah,
beautiful.
I'm not Don P. What's good? Shamrock, what's going on? This is an open panel for
No,
anybody.
I don't
going
think
on?
that, by the way.
I
What's up?
paid for
Salute
it,
to the
so
panel.
trust me. More people can pop up if you want and just speak. This ain't a Doc interview. This isn't Target Doc. He was just the first person that actually popped up. So everybody else can pop on up. And
All right, so let me.
we're talking about race. My bad, Don P. We're talking about race and on YouTube in general, not just his situation at all.
See, but here's my thing. React. Let's just all be honest. Let's take a seat
Hold
for a second.
on, Goof. I think Don P was saying something. My bad. I cut him off.
I'm sorry, Don P. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me say what I gotta say. Maybe it'll clarify a lot, or maybe I might not make sense. First of all, no shade towards you, Doc, but let's call a spade a spade. I grew up in the hood. I fought plenty of black guys and threw hands. I never called one the N word out of anger or aggression. There's a deeper meaning behind that. You know what I mean? And this is something I'm gonna say. A lot of people don't say it. People are taught to be racist. Maybe his parents said some racist shit. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't say this. My father said racist shit. You know what I mean? So it's taught generational. Racism, you're not
Hold on,
born
hold
with
on,
that.
pause
This
real
is
quick.
taught.
Pause real
This
quick,
is
guys.
taught.
Pause real quick, guys. What is your
No, Don, let me say.
like? What's your ethnicity? Because
No,
you say your
I mean,
father.
that's a good point.
Well, I will say what the general consensus call a Puerto Rican. So we are of myth ethnicity.
Okay, cool. So,
Is that
but
cool?
we'll continue. Yeah, that's cool. I just wanted to
All
ask
right.
the question first.
I have a friend of mine too. His father, he's Italian and Puerto Rican. His father was a racist. He would say racist shit. Now Jay will say racist shit because he was brought up that way. He's not racist deep down in his heart because he fucked with us. He grew up amongst the black folks and they accepted that he was taught this. You know what I mean? And he would say racist shit in front of him and in front of us, and we would have to check him. I had to kick him out of my house one day for saying shit like that. You know what I mean? And he got his ass whooped because he had a black girlfriend and he said some racist shit in her house. And he got the brakes beat off of him. You know what I mean? And after that, they still accepted him there and he was still there because they learned that it's just what he says. And, a lot of people, like I said, people were afraid to admit it, but their parents taught them this. And you learn from your parents and you say it. You know what I mean? Some people don't mean it. Some people do. You know what I mean? And I just want to say that
I can
just to.
agree. I can agree to a certain extent. Yeah, I can agree to a certain extent. I wasn't raised to say the word nigga, but I say it. You know what I mean? Like I didn't say I didn't start talking like
But
that. I didn't start talking like this until my father passed. You know what I mean? So I can agree to a certain extent.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying because I grew up in the
well,
hood and with hip hop too, and I used to say the word all the time. It was normal until I came to the South, and down here, that shit ain't cool. So I took it out of my vocabulary. You know what I mean? Not because
Yeah.
I can't say it, because I don't want to offend those that are sensitive to the word. You know what I mean? And I don't really like people saying it around me, actually. And I'm glad Jay Quill said it. He asked, and I told him, you won't catch me on these panels saying no more out of this respect for the people who are sensitive to it. You know what I mean? And I also took it out
You know,
of my vocabulary because I don't want my son to hear me saying that. Because
bro, you want to know the craziest thing? You want to know the craziest part about that? The people that I conversate with, I never call them niggas or nothing. I never call them that. Like react. You can attest to this. What I always say, my brother or my something else. Like I never call these people this. I look at them as men, and we're so focused on race, and it's silly as shit because the people just showed us that there's UFOs. If there's UFOs, that means there's other alien life. So we so focused on this race, that race, this race, that race. But aren't we all just a human race? Let's just be honest. Aren't we all? You ain't going out of space and calling a Martian, right? You're going to call them whatever the hell they are, right? You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, Doc.
So I just want to ask a question, right? Because I came out, and again, honestly, if I didn't have respect for people, number one, I'm not a liar, but I could have. Nobody would have known. But also, I just had a question, and this goes back to the panel I was on Grizz's. Me and Knowledge were going back and forth, and I sat up there, and I was called every type of white this, white that. Nobody gave a fuck. I got pissed to the point where, and I know people remember this. Remember, I ripped my shirt. I'm like, I'll kick your fucking ass, boy. A lot of people exploded over that and said I couldn't do that. Nobody said a word to Knowledge at all. I was taken, and I was sitting there trying to prove to myself. Now I got no issue with the guy, and this isn't about him at all. I'm just saying it does seem like really fucking lopsided. Like racism towards one is perfectly acceptable, and I'm again, I don't think on any side, and this doesn't apply to anyone. I'm just saying it just seems like that's not a big deal. But had I attacked this man on skin color, I'd have been fucking raked over the coals for that. Now, I'm not saying it justifies it or whatever, and that's why I didn't do it. I'm just saying it seems like there is kind of a little bit of a double standard on this, to a point, with certain people. I don't think it applies to everybody.
I can agree with that.
There is,
and I will say it applies with everyone. I'm not even gonna, bullshit you on that. It applies with everyone, but it is a double standard. I will agree with you. I will. It is.
Yeah, there is. There's most definitely is a double standard. Like, and you can't even deny it. You can't deny it. You know what I'm saying? But the we got to have this conversation. We have to have this conversation for people to get comfortable with having a conversation.
This is my biggest problem, though. A lot of people have this conversation about racism. Meanwhile, they're trying to start a race war. That's my biggest problem with certain individuals. Not all. Certain individuals, they just have this fucking agenda to create this fucking chaos. And meanwhile, they're going to be tucked away, sitting on their couches and, just doing what they do. And when it really comes down, they have nothing to present or to even provide for the people. Like, what the fuck are they talking about? That's my thing. That's my thing.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Like, there's people that's talking about race, but the whole time they're not trying to really, fix anything. They're not really trying to bring anything together. They're really trying to cause a divide, which the media is already doing. You know what I'm saying? All these people there's so much shit. Like you turn on TV, you can see it today on 6 o'clock news. White cop, black guy, or black cop, white. It's they're trying to cause a huge fucking divide so that if I don't know Shamrock and Shamrock don't know me, when we see each other in the mall or in the gas station, we both on edge.
Exactly. Exactly. Meanwhile, those people are tucked away, safe. They don't have anything to even help the people with. You know what I'm saying? Like, me personally, I don't give a fuck about a color. If you're an asshole, you're an asshole. And I'm going to say it on your panel. I am racist. I hate stupidity. And if that's the case, then fuck it. it is what it is. You see what I'm saying? I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck if you white, black, what, I don't give a fuck. Whatever color you is. If you stupid, motherfucker, I will go the fuck off on you. You over there with the rest of whoever. I don't give a shit.
Hi, what's up, Shamrock? You got something to say?
You
I'm just
anti-ignorant.
listening.
You anti-ignorant.
Okay.
I'm just
Mhm.
listening, everybody.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. Salute to Shamrock. Yeah, Don P is ignorance, man. Like
What's up,
I
Shamrock?
like I said, I grew up. What was that? I grew up, man. I grew up different from a lot of people, contrary to what people believe on YouTube. I grew up in a black and a Dominican household. All right, my dad Dominican. Only my dad and my uncle and one of my aunts fucked with me. Nobody else did. I couldn't go to any parties. I couldn't go to anything because, you know, Pops wasn't supposed to do what he did. You know what I'm saying? And this goes back to the 80s, you know. So things was a little bit different back then. But I couldn't go to any functions. I couldn't go to any, you know, anything because they were they were racist. They believed in, you know, Dominicans stand with Dominicans, and that was it. That was straight up it. And my pops wasn't supposed to do what he did. So with all that going on, and him still
Let me my iPad.
grooming me and knowing that I was a black man deep down, he groomed me for that. He groomed me, and at that baseball game, he told me like, "Yo, this is how it's gonna be. Bop 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 bop. You can choose to be on one side or you can choose to be on the right side, and that's unity, you know, fucking with everybody and treating people how they treat you and how it is inside." And that's what was said at the baseball game.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta tell you though, bro. You talk like a white boy.
Yeah, nah, see, and that's another thing I want to get into though.
All right, let me.
Go ahead, Don P. Go ahead. You said you want to get in something?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Don P.
That's another thing. Yeah. That's another form of division. You know what I mean? That's another form of division. You calling yourself Dominican or Puerto Rican? No, we're the people of the Americas. That's another thing that puts us in a category, in a box, that and proud to be something when, you know, that shit shouldn't even be there. We should look at us as who we are. You understand? That's another form of division, putting yourself a label.
I understand that, but
At
let's
the end of
just
the
be
day,
honest.
a lot of y'all is just
Nobody hates the Americans more than the Americans.
That is a
That's what Tom McDonald said.
that line right there. What I mean, I
well, no.
oh my God.
I'm speaking reality. Everything else is taught. Everything else is taught.
Yeah, nobody
Everything else
hates
is taught. I'm
Americans more
speaking
than
reality. Everything else is taught. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You're taught to hate your neighbor,
You know, so
whether or not if you grew up with him or not.
we need to wake the fuck up. And
Well, it's all around you. It's in the media. It's in Hollywood.
correct. You know what my son learned?
So they want the division.
My son was taught racism in school through the story of Martin Luther King. My son didn't know black or white or any skin color until the school started teaching him about Martin Luther King. That's what my son learned to be divided in the school.
Yep.
Wow.
My daughter picked this out.
The really shit.
Spot out Christmas shopping. There was two dolls, right? There was a white doll and there was a black doll, and the hair on the doll, the white doll, was like, you know, silky type shit, and then the black doll, you know, had the different hair, but then it had a different body shape and had different like features, and she's like, why are these two dolls different? You know what I'm saying? And like, it was a teaching moment. Let's just put it that way. It was a teaching moment.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something with me growing up. What I've witnessed with my family growing up black. When my mom, Dukes, or grandma, you know, G-mom, anybody would go to the store and somebody would pick out something, the first thing they would say is like, "Hey, you better grab a black dog." You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, me personally, I just sat back and watched. They're like, oh, grab this dog, don't grab that one. So when we talk about racism, I'm a black man. Y'all know this. But let's just be honest, black people tend to be prejudiced than a motherfucker, regardless of anything. I'm gonna get some backlash for this, but I can care less.
No,
But
time out,
we
time
are,
out, time out, time out, time out.
yeah.
There should be no backlash because what you about to say, I
Mm-hmm.
have already heard on several
Mm-hmm.
people in this sectors. They already said it. So
Yeah.
continue, but it shouldn't be
No,
no
no,
back.
I'm saying there should be no race shit going on, bro. You like what you like. I got several white friends. I have a shitload of Dominicans and I got a shitload of friends. You know what I mean? And they are of different races. We don't when we click, we don't sit there and watch each other like, oh, I'm not looking at this nigga. I mean, this person to be like, oh, he better not say the N word, blah blah blah. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? But out of respect, he doesn't do it. So I got to respect myself at one point and not say it at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. I think on
The
YouTube,
old way.
yeah, I
Go
think
ahead, bro.
it's a different like our real life, separated from our YouTube life. A lot of shit that go on YouTube wouldn't necessarily translate to our real life, like things that like people say, like the SMDs and
Yeah,
the whole
the
kids
crazy stuff. The
bomb
crazy
on our
stuff. Like,
kids,
yeah.
or the two-faced stuff. Like the two-faced stuff is sometimes it gets me more heated than the race stuff because it's like you smiling in my face. Meanwhile, you talking to somebody in the back end telling them that you don't fuck with me and that I'm a bozo type shit. Like, but then rock with everybody.
I
That
see. I'm used to shit like that. I'm used to shit like that. Like I'm a good judge of character. If I choose to deal with a certain person, that's because I know who they are. You know what I mean? Before they even tell me who they are.
So you take them
And
for what they are, and just
yeah, but I don't go off of the YouTube thing. I go off conversations. If I can have one conversation with you without the whole world watching, and you show me something that's I'm like, all right, cool. I can rock with this person. That's just me. That's just me. I don't care what you is, your color. I don't care what you own, what you have. Cause hey, I dress like a bum every day,
Yeah,
and I feel great. I feel great.
go ahead, Dumpy.
yeah. I'm gonna get off the panel because I think this is my headphones that's making all that scratchy noise. I need new ones. Well, a man will be judged by his works. You know what I mean? Not by what he says. A man will be judged by his deeds. You know what I mean? And use
Yeah.
your brain, man. Use your brain. Think. Think for yourself. Forget what you were thought. Think for yourself, man. Try to see reality for what it is.
Mhm.
That's the fact.
And that goes to everybody, man. Education is key. Education. I wish everybody a wonderful day. And
All right, Don P. That's the fact, man. That is a fact.
Salute, bro.
I want to get to
Salute.
something. I want to get to the I got a couple more situations I need to, talk about. The whole idea that, and I've said this a many a times. I said this on a couple lives before. The whole idea that being black, you have to be a certain way. Now, as you can see that, we got Goof Troop up here. He black, I'm black, right? He does similar shit than I do, but he does stuff that I don't do, and vice versa. So who is the one that's gonna say, "Oh well, you're supposed to be like this and be like this and talk like this, and you're supposed to be this"? Like I don't like how people.
Let me
I
say
don't like.
something. Let me say something. Let me say
Go
something.
ahead.
I find it funny when people say you speak like a white boy because they I hear that shit too. But how does a white person sound? If proper English is the way to speak, that could be the reason I have a job and certain individuals don't. That could be the reason that I'm successful and certain other individuals aren't. You see what I'm saying? So that shit is bullshit to me. It's bullshit to me. My children speak the same way I speak.
Yep.
I don't understand that terminology or BS that they got going on.
It's to
I
try
really
to
don't.
degrade you because it's degrading to call a black person is a white man. So, or I don't know what they're feeling, but it's starting to I'm seeing a lot of massa talk and a lot of go get this.
Yeah,
and this,
at the end of the day, the people that say that bullshit, I got more guns that I own than them. I have a lot more shit than them. You see what I'm saying? So who gives a shit what they say?
That's
you see
very
what I'm
true.
saying?
That's true. That's true. That's true. You know, people.
Come on, bro. Like, go ahead, bro. I'm listening.
No, I'm just getting everything out in the open. This is the can of worms. This is the crack, and let them crawl where they may. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll be sitting back and I'll be seeing a lot of different shit. I watch. I'm a great observer. I just watch. And one thing I'll bring out in the open right now. I don't know if he even in here. Is my bro Tazo. I don't know if he in here. Tazo, if you in the bushes. But he hasn't been here. He hasn't been in this sector for a very long time. In a very long time, he's been doing his own thing. You know,
He's been
minding his business. He been doing him. You know what I'm saying? Not bothering nobody. But his name keeps getting brought in this shit. Now, even though what I'm about to speak about was in October, it was still done, and in October he still wasn't around. So I'm about to get into some shit, right? If I fuck with a person, right, I'll fuck with him. Even when me and Tazo was on the outs, I still you already know what the conversation was behind.
Oh, of course. And then let me put a real quick disclaimer out there. The conversation you and I had was the same conversation he and I had. Like, it wasn't no real tension. It was just brothers having an argument. We all do.
Right. And in the reality, let's keep it a buck with all 27 people in here. He was right. he was right. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why we got into the situation is because I wouldn't let him call a bitch. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't gonna go there, right? But I kicked him off the panel because he called a bitch a bitch. But y'all remember that. Y'all
that sounds funny.
That.
He called a bitch a bitch.
Yeah, he called him.
We ain't gonna get into that. We ain't get into that.
Right. He was ahead of the curve. But
he was 1,000% right. He was 1,000%.
Tazo is psycho.
Yep. And so even in October, he wasn't around. So when I'm seeing DMs from people calling him a bozo and calling him a lame and shit like that, I gotta ask, like, what's popping with that? Like, because even behind the bar, and Tazo had a situation, right? And because behind the bar, he doing his own thing. He be over here doing this in off in the sector, but they still played it cool. And and behind the bar never popped in, anywhere and called him a bozo, a lame, or all this other bullshit. They just had a little feud going on. That's now, done. But when you texting somebody behind the scenes and you talking about my man like that, and then now it's never been addressed. And now you holding panels with the people that fuck with him. I gotta call you out, Tommy. I gotta call you out, Tommy Gunn, because I don't do it. I need to know what is the context that message was sent in, that Dose has. Now, fuck French Dose. I don't give a fuck about him. He can eat 2 dicks, die tomorrow.
React. We're talking about credibility for the moment. That
shit was real. It was real, goof.
No. I'm not debating if it was real or not. What I'm going to say is this.
Yeah, I don't know anything about this.
We know if it's true, which it most likely is, that should happen months ago. Why wait till now? That's my thing.
You know what he wants to do. You know what he wants to happen.
I know exactly what he wants to do, bro. Like, come on, bro. You doing this shit right now just because everybody went at him last night.
Because Rose popped off yesterday.
Let's not even entertain that shit.
Right.
Let's not entertain that shit.
I get it, but I still need to know, bro. I'm sorry, I need to know.
We all need to know, but at the same time, that's how he felt. That's just how he felt.
Right.
I'm pretty sure you felt a certain way about all of us.
And that's my next thing. Like, all right, so if you felt that way about Taz,
Right.
what's the other shit that you know what I'm saying? Like, is there some other messages about to pop out? Like, yo, react a bitch and Goof Troop, because you can see that. No, and I'm not. And let me put this out there: Shamrock, Doc, and Goof Troop. They not saying this is me. This is me. So they have nothing to do with this whatsoever. Period. So this is just me asking if he's behind the scenes talking to whatever that dude is over there, and so his ops is Tommy's ops, and he writing to, oh, bro, that Tazo going live again. Dude's a fucking bozo. Like, so what else was you talking about when Tazo wasn't even around? He was out of this sector by then, and you was talking about him. So I need to know. That's my thing. I need to know what.
No, I agree. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. But two things. What would that really solve? And is that really the mode now? We seen what happened with the people that rock with those. We've seen that shit. And a lot of people make good intent. So it's just him. Like, let's just be honest. We're talking about the biggest racist talking about racism. Keep that in mind.
He gets no play.
Keep that in mind, bro.
That's not my concern. That's not my concern at all. My concern is supporting. All right. Mm-hmm. My concern is supporting and going through and hitting the like button and salute, bro, blah 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 blah. But meanwhile, you had your arm over me like this with a knife, like behind your back type shit. Like, and I'm not even saying that this is the case. I'm not saying Tommy did any of this shit. I'm just asking, what was that message about and why? Because I don't ever remember Tommy and Taz were having a problem.
I agree with that. I fucking agree with that. I never knew that.
Yeah, I don't ever remember him and Taz were having a problem. So they ain't have a problem, and you writing messages like that. The question, it's a valid question. It's a valid question.
No, it is. It's 100%. 100%.
Well, I'm not
now I care more, and nobody out here's got it figured out.
That's right. That's true. That's true.
The only thing I think of is that, dude, Tommy was part of a, and it was like how people get in their little team mentality. I think he was just backing Dose up. I don't know if you're not trying to say his name, backing the fuck face up. I don't think there was anything really personal. I think that just, a lot of people, they back who they back, think in one way, and then something happens, and then they see the light. And I think that's happened to a lot of people that went over with those. I really do. I've never heard Tommy say anything bad about Tazo. React, I don't doubt you if you say you saw these emails. I don't think you're a liar or none of that shit. But I don't know nothing about it.
Actually,
all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, all I'm trying to say is that I don't think that the dude actually has any shade for Tazo at all. I think that it was just Dose was going at him, and Tommy was like, "Hey, look, I don't want to speak for the guy. All I'm saying is I think he was wrapped up in the team mentality. He was rocking with this guy. It was his dude, something like that. I don't think that he's deliberately talking about you or anyone else. I don't know for sure, but I just don't see him being that way.
I see what you're saying. I see. So basically, and this is another thing that I like. This is just gonna be me. Like I'm not saying nothing about you, Shamrock or Doc or anybody, but this is just me. I don't move like that. I don't move like, even when I was with that crew over there, that crew that talked about everybody and all that shit. When it came to Miss 504 and Miss I Am Her and Sakina and a bunch of other people, when the subject came to kids and cancer and disease and all that other shit, I moved out of the way. I moved out of the way because That's not what I believe in. That's not how I ride. I'm not just gonna be riding with something just to be riding with something. So if Tommy and Dose wasn't even that cool like that, and he just calling my man a bozo for no fucking reason and a lame, he don't even know him. That's the reason I gotta question that, because I gotta question the man's integrity that's just gonna ride with somebody and don't even know, what the fuck is up. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said a lot of people probably not gonna like me after this, because people like fake shit on YouTube. People don't like to have conversations, all right? They want everything to be peachy keen and I'm always right, I'm always right, I'm always right, I'm always right. Like nobody likes to be challenged and ask these questions. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm asking the questions, because it's a dialogue is needed. You know what I'm saying? So people can get shit out in the air. A dialogue, not a dialect, a dialogue. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying nothing bad about Tommy. I'm not saying nothing, bad about anybody. It's just a conversation that need to be had. This is kind of like what Grizz does, but I'm not taking this lane. It was just a day that I wanted to talk about this, because a lot of race. Doc's racist. This person's racist. When you have no proof, when you have no definitive anything for any of it. You gotta.
I totally get it, dude. And you're right. That's why I got into the practice of, content creators on especially after what happened yesterday, the whole Rose Gold Lazo misunderstanding. And look, it was a little stupid thing. I do not think Rose Gold in the least is a fucking racist, dude. I don't think that. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think that. No, not at all. I don't think that word make somebody that. But where I'm going with this is, of course, dude, it wouldn't be what it is if you have these reservations. Then you're doing the right thing. You're bringing it out, and you want answers. So nobody can fault you for that. I don't think anyone's gonna look at you a certain way, at all.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah,
Yeah.
all good they do.
Hey, react. The horsemen say do your thing.
Huh?
So the horsemen say do your thing.
Oh yeah. Nah, it's going down. Like I just had
do your thing.
I can't. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a ride just like that. Goof, like the people that I actually, and I've said this a couple times too on lives. All right, and J-Way. I heard J-Way say something about it, right? I get it that channel is totally made for banging on Dose. I get it. And because J-Way said, well, I saw a react in the chat, and he said, why do people got to keep talking about this guy over and over again, And I think, and he said it wasn't no shade or nothing like that. It was no shade, no nothing. He just was saying what I was saying. And I get his channel's made totally for banging on Dose. I get it. Fuck him up. Like, what I was saying was, it was a, yeah, 702 shit. If you want to pop up, or you can say it right there. What I was saying was we was giving this light. We was giving them light. You know what I'm saying? And like a lot of people think that exposing and I'm gonna get to the bottom of this, when in actuality it's just a fucking circle. You get to the end of the circle and that shit just starts right back over again with another person. And you just a fucking hamster in a wheel. You just so we know he's a piece of shit. We know ba. Well, I ain't gonna talk too much about it, but live after live after live after live after live. This is what I was saying. You know what I'm saying? I got no problem with the channel being purposed for crushing him. Got no problem with that. It's the 7 lives in a row, and every time I turn around, I'm like, this motherfucker again. This motherfucker's not that important. Like he's not.
I used to go after Tyree Sneed like that, and I realized it's toxic. Even though Tyree Sneed is a horrible person, putting hate into him every day is hurting me. It's toxic.
Yep. And only reason I'm saying this is because I did it already.
Yeah, did it. Right.
All those videos are put on unlisted. Nobody can ever see them unless I release them. But I did it for months. There was a point in time where you can look at my videos and you would see nothing but Hassan Campbell, Hassan Campbell, Hassan Campbell, Hassan Campbell, Hassan. And I look back and I'm like, wait, I got a dick, don't I? Like, why the fuck am I? What? Like, all for a year? Like, oh, nah, I'm not. Nah, nope. I can't do this. I can't do this. Cut it off. And I said, I gotta do something else because there's no way I gotta do 86 fucking videos of one dude over and over again. There's no way. I don't care about him that much. I don't care about him to be doing that. And that's what I'm just saying about this. Like, is he really that interesting? Like, is he really like? Do we really give a fuck? Do we really care? We know Doc's not racist. We know fucking. I'm gonna touch on this. I don't know about that whole pillow situation with Tommy. So I'm not going to touch on that, but we know, people change and we know all this different shit. Like we know he's trying to cause a divide. Why keep putting the limelight on this motherfucker like that? Why? Just like the other person died and went off, this too shall pass. That's all I'm saying. That's all I was saying.
I agree with that. Let him die. Because I mean, it's obvious the guy just keeps speaking about the bullshit, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna continue to do it. Certain people don't know when to shut the fuck up.
He will never shut up.
We see
and that's the thing. Not to cut nobody off, but I actually literally have confirmation that he's a narcissist to the point where there is no embarrassing. There is no embarrassing. There is no wrong. So when I got that heads up from a person that actually laid down and procreated, I said, damn. So if this person is telling me there is no embarrassing, then what the fuck am I doing? Am I gonna get him to come off YouTube? No, I'm not gonna get him to get off YouTube. I'm not gonna cancel him. I ain't gonna do none of that. It's just gonna be another hateful video filled with toxicity. And we're gonna do it again tomorrow, and we're gonna do it. Nah.
Yeah.
So what happened?
You realize we're doing everything that he wants. That's the type of shit he wants.
That's what I'm saying. So can you imagine this? Can you imagine this shit right here? Everybody close their eyes. Nah, but imagine this: Doc, Shamrock, Goof Troop, React, Sage, Miss 504, Crown. Everybody. Fuck them. Just fuck you. And do their own content.
No shine.
And don't even talk about them. Just act like the motherfucker is dead, like a certain person. And that shit worked for like 8 months, was buried. And just go on about the business. And even if the motherfucker say something, just we already know what he's trying to do. Next. He gonna try to shoot out a hook. He gonna shoot out a hook. Or a pole with 7 hooks on it. He gonna say, "Goof Troop to suck my dick." React.
I'm gonna be 100% with you. Right now, the only thing keeping him afloat is us talking shit about him.
Yep.
That's why the fuck I felt that the numbers look like shit right now. They look like shit.
That is the only thing keeping him afloat. So if we take that life raft, he drowned. So that's what I was saying with the whole J-Way thing. Like when J-Way said that, that's all I meant by it. It was like, yo, every day, all day, like this man ain't even. He's nobody. I'm not trying to spend that much time. We get it. We get it. We get it. We get all that, but it's not that. It's not that real. You know what I'm saying? Toxic, because you always gonna find somebody on YouTube that you don't like. This has got 1 billion and something people. This is the most visited app in the world. It has 1 billion users worldwide, over 600 trillion or something.
That's 1,000. No, fuck it. That's 1,000,000% true. Because my kids don't even watch fucking TV. You know what I'm saying? They watch fucking YouTube.
That's what I'm saying. So obviously, cool. You don't want to be a YouTuber. All right, cool. Well, like, do whatever you want to do. But there's a lot other shit on here that you could do. There's more sectors. Like Shamrock probably knows about 5 sectors that she know about and probably interested in somebody else. So you want to waste 85 fucking percent of your time on YouTube talking about something that we claim is so dead and so corny and so whatever? All right, whatever. That's all I was saying. That's it.
No, I feel you. I feel you.
But I also am telling you, do you. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not telling you what to do at all. I'm just saying, after a certain while, you'll see. You'll see. It's gonna be alive, like, you know what, this is it. I'm done. And because everybody has made this live. Everybody has made this live. Everybody that has banged has made this live. Yo, this is my last time doing it. I'm done. I'm never gonna do this again. Like everybody.
Yeah.
Call me when I'm bullshit. Like
No.
I'm done. I'll never do this again. This shit is tiring. Like that's in your head. Like, all right. And then all somebody can do is say, fuck react. All right. Oh shit. Making a video.
Nah, listen, bro. You already know. Somebody say fuck react.
Making a video. I'm making a video.
I'm coming.
The circle. Here we go again. Circle.
Hey, and let me put that out there real quick. If it's fuck react, it's fuck you. If it's fuck any one of the horsemen, man, I promise you, it's fuck you.
That's my sentiment exactly. Like I can't be saluting you and hopping in your panel and doing all this other wild extra crazy shit, knowing that you know, nah. I can't move like that, man. I can't, because this is YouTube. It's too easy. This is too easy, man. Too easy. Anybody else want to pop up? We talking. I ain't, man.
Yo,
React.
Yeah. I'm gonna drop back in the chat real quick. Because I'm recording this video real quick with,
go
with my
ahead.
boy.
I'm chilling. I'm chilling, man. I got like a good hour left. I'm chilling, man. So y'all can drop down. I still talk.
I'm in the chat, bro. I'm just teaching him how to grill. So it's his first Saturday dinner. We're gonna see how it tastes like. That right? But
no doubt. I don't need 100 people to
man.
rock the show. I don't need 100 people. Y'all can get down there and be in the chat, chilling and everything.
No. I'm here, bro. You know I'm here.
I appreciate y'all pulling up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let me see. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I just want
think,
to ask him in. Go ahead, Jim. Go ahead.
Oh man, I'm stoned and you made me forget what I was going to say.
Too.
Go ahead so I can remember. Go, damn
Me
it.
too. I did the same thing earlier and I was talking. I'm like, and
I hate that. Like mid sentence, you're like, Go ahead, Duck. I'll remember.
All right, listen. So, you know, I meant to say this when Don P was up and what he said about it being about the racism being taught and all that, and I think he's 100% on that. Because I remember my great grandmother, my grandfather always used to say, you know, in America, and I don't know why they would say this, but I was a kid. I must have been like 6, 7 years old. That the way the structure was in the United States and America was the white man was top. Right now, this isn't how I feel. I'm just saying. This is I grew up hearing this the whole time. The way it went was white man, under him was black man, under him was white woman, under her was black woman. Now, these are like how this was carried over. If you notice, a lot of our education, I'm sure if I went to an all-white school, it'd be a lot different than a school, you know what I'm saying, that was all black or anything like that. And I think that the truth has been kept. Like, I know that fucking around over here, I knew that, you know, you don't say that word, but I always had in the back of my mind, well, what's this whole, you know, why do black people feel this way? Because I never did any research. And, you know, it wasn't something that just was back in the 1860s. There was recent incidences that I'm just finding out myself at my age. So I'm getting a better understanding of why you don't use that word, why it's such a loaded one. You know what I'm saying? Before it would be like, well, you know, why don't they just go and get a good job and get out? And now that I understand that there was a whole design behind this, It wasn't easy and it wasn't equal for everybody. And that's something that, up until fairly recently, I started seeing, so uh, I do think that to a certain extent that, it's been designed this way and a lot of us fall into the same trap. It's always when you head out, oh, watch out for this one, watch out for that one. I think James O'Neill stated it correctly, or it made me open my eyes the most when he was saying, yeah, when I go out, if I get stopped by a cop, it's, you're in fear. Where me, on the other hand, I look at it like if this cop's pulling me over, he better have a goddamn good fucking reason why he's pulling me over. And that's something that I had a hard
That's
time
why.
getting in his head. Yeah, go ahead, Shamrock. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I just want to interrupt you for a second. And I'm not saying I have it too. I do it too. That's called white privilege. And that's not an insult. That's not an insult. I mean, like I said, we don't have. Okay, I grew up in the hood in California, Hispanics and blacks. I was arrested twice in a car with all, I hate to say that, point out what color my friends are, but I kind of have to in this situation.
You got to, right.
And my friends were black. Both times, they put all my friends in handcuffs and brought me to the side to talk to me and ask me if I was okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I've seen it in action.
Yep. It's real shit. Like I asked my friends, so I got a best friend, right? He has a son. I got a son. They're about 9. And I asked him, we had a conversation about race. And I said, I bet you never had this talk with your son. And I dropped the talk to him. And he knows because we're not, contrary to belief, we didn't come from no suburbs. No, not even close from the suburbs. It's called the slums, all right? Our neighborhood is called the slums. That's where we grew up in, all right? So we knew the talk, but now that we've got older, right? Now that we're almost that age where it's like, reflecting type age. I said the talk, and he knew. He was like, nah, I didn't have that talk because I know I don't have to. He don't have to have the police talk with his son because his son is white. My son is black. So it's the talk about what to do when police pull you over, or if they see you out in the streets, or if they, if they come up to you. I teach my son to get home to me alive. Get home to me alive. Listen. Comply. Do whatever the fuck he tells you to do, because at the moment you don't, you might not be coming home. He don't have that conversation with his son. He don't have it, and he straight up told me, nah, I don't have it because I don't have to. Mm-hmm. You know why I don't have to. And me and him can speak candidly like that because that's my man. But it's a lot of shit that goes on, man. Yo, no white God, since you so smart, bro, come on up here, bro. Since you're so smart,
hit the link.
Hit the link. It ain't gonna be no banging or none of that. It's gonna we having a conversation. So come on up.
Well, React. A lot of the something that I've been meaning to do is the 1921 Tulsa, Oklahoma race massacre. All right, now this was something I had no idea about until recently. It was one of the worst atrocities, but it's not the atrocity that really gets me thinking. It's, dude, the blacks were segregated. All right, there was rules, all the Jim Crow laws, all this. I'm gonna touch on this later.
Before you say something, that was the best thing that ever happened to us is segregation.
Because I see. I gotta watch how I say this. All right, now.
Well, no, go ahead. Speak. Yeah, just speak.
All right. Well, this is what I'm trying to get to. Blacks were making huge fucking strides, regardless of the Jim Crow laws, and you know why? Because they fucked with each other. They were keeping the money in their community. They had their own banks. You guys don't understand how huge that is. If you have your own financial backing, you can't be denied for loans. That's why it was burnt to the ground. They took the money away from you. Now, what happens in the country is if I make a fortune, I pass that money or whatever I make down to my children. It stays in this family. It's called generational wealth. Black people were deprived of that. And up until recently, dude, there is some, black people are getting able to get into different societies now and stuff like that. But the undertones are still there. That's why there's a Planned Parenthood on almost every block in,
And a liquor store.
black liquor
And a
stores,
gun store.
And a gun
drugs.
store.
And I'm not saying white people don't drink and white people don't do drugs, but it was unleashed on a grand scale. And dude, the Black Wall Street had millionaires. They had people that owned businesses. They employed their own. It was where the white people said, hey, you can't do this, you can't do that. And the black people said, all right, fuck it. We'll do it ourselves. And they did, and they were succeeding. And that's where these massacres, these attacks, because during that time, it was happening all over the country. Every time it would.
Yeah, I mean, people only teach you about the Tulsa massacre, but there was the Ochochi massacre, the Rosewood massacre, the Slocum massacre, the Vicksburg. It went on and on. It was a Springfield massacre, Chicago massacre, like Detroit massacre. Right. These massacres happen all the time, but they only tell you about the Tulsa. So
Oh no, dude, I never knew about it. I knew about Rosewood, but I never knew about Tulsa, and I never knew. Like, you don't understand, dude. Well, you probably do understand, but I'm saying there was a war waged against them. They were coming through with airplanes and dropping bombs on fucking civilian homes. Police were looting and stealing and murdering these people. They rounded up the. Yeah, go ahead.
They armed the white citizens and deputized them.
Yep.
Gave them weapons.
And not to mention Emmett Till, when everything is based off lies, man.
How awful is the Emmett Till story?
Yeah. No White God, what's up, bro? Go ahead.
What's going on? I'm just chilling. I'm just listening, bro.
Oh, go ahead. You hopped up? You said imagine if there were smart people up there. Well, you're smart. You're up here now. Drop some knowledge, bro.
Oh no, I'm just waiting my turn, bro. It's all good. Y'all were going.
Now it's your turn.
Like what Doc said was pretty good, bro. Like he should keep going on that.
Go ahead, Doc.
Well, I mean, I don't want to pretend to know anymore. I'm just finding out myself. But even after slavery, the Jim Crow laws that were adopted by most of the states, I mean, they put they put their own laws and rules on everything. And if black people crossed them, you didn't go to jail, you got murdered. They put them through such hard labor and prison.
You breaking up.
I'm chopping up over there.
Go ahead, No White Guy. He chopping up. Go up.
But yeah, bro. Like I be like in like the intellectual circles in the black community, and I don't. Yo, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, now what he brought up, I brought this to like several black intellectuals on YouTube. What happened between slavery to the Jim Crow era to now? Like what happened where like the black fathers out of the house, because you know what I mean? Like what happened where we started killing each other and making music about it. Like I don't necessarily agree with like, or listen to the music that like React listens to, but it's like better than like what what I'm saying? It's like better than what like the average so-called black man would be listening to. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you something. What music do you listen to?
Let me make my point first, bro. Now, before we get like sidetracked, right? But my thing is, I feel like people would be a lot better, a lot better off dealing with who they are, where they come from, and like not dealing with fake culture, because I'm sure we could all agree that like this fake hip hop rap culture has nothing to do with who anybody up here on this panel really is.
Right.
There's people that think it's real, bro.
So what you're saying is basically that a pro-black man should be dealing with a pro-black woman or an all-black woman. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that a pro-black man should have, and hear me out, should have a sense of what a black man actually is and not be like pointing to celebrities to show it to me.
Now, pause. No Notice what you just said. A pro-black man shouldn't have a sense. It's none of that, right? You are a pro-black man, right or wrong? Are you not a pro-black man?
Oh yeah, I am. Now, yeah, let's go ahead.
Okay, so you're a pro-black man who chose a white woman to bear his child. Is that not a contradiction?
Bro, like, what is your point? Are you trying to like stump? Are you trying to like stump the white guy?
No. That is the point. Your name is no white God. You're a pro-black man with a white woman as his bride and or barrier of his child. Is that not a contradiction? Are you not a walking scholar?
Why does it matter who he had a child with?
Like, you're like disregarding like where I was going.
No. This is my thing. It doesn't matter.
I'm a mute out, right? And this is why it took so long for me to hit the link, right?
With a man that's talking this crazy nonsense, and he got a white child.
Okay, bro. Now hold on, bro.
He's not saying there's anything. He's not saying there's anything wrong with having a baby by a white woman at all. But what he's saying is that when you spew the stuff that you spew, the nonsense. Let's just be honest. The nonsense.
Yo, first of all, bro, your mic is like muffled, bro. I can't even like hear you, and then you're like over talking. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to do that, bro. I'll hear you. I'll listen to you. Like it's not like a debate, bro. Like I'm coming to like contribute some stuff. Like you're asking me like this, but I could ask you right now, like name 5 black kings and get you up out of here. So stop, bro.
Name 5 black kings.
Right now. Go ahead.
Name the 3 races. How about that?
Name 5 black kings right now, bro.
No, I'm asking you to name 3 races.
Okay, now stop, bro. So let's like go back to what we were doing.
Because you didn't even.
I know because you can't. Now let's go back to what we were doing. All right, because you can't stump no white god. I'm not up here to like do this, bro. I'm up here to like actually contribute.
No, you're not up here to do this, but I am.
Okay, so name 5 black kings, bro.
You have a lot of shit to say when you're on other people's
Can you name 5 rappers though?
Individuals. Like, bro, get the fuck out.
This is my problem because what people think the black community is not a community at all.
Bro, well, get the fuck out of here.
What the problem? No.
Look at this dude react like like
time out. Because there was a now this is gonna be funny. I need everybody to mute. All right, so I'm gonna mute because I'm gonna just mute. Oh, one more mute. All right. So earlier there was a picture shown with a black guy and a Confederate flag. He was holding up a Confederate flag. And Cavalli showed this. And the word that came out of No White God's mouth was, "Oh, I thought that was react." Now, why? Because I never showed any, me rocking a Confederate flag or doing any of this. So I'm going to tell you why he said that is because he thinks a black man is supposed to be ... And so because Shut Up and React doesn't act how he thinks a black man should ... then he in turn is the opposite, which that goes along with my entire thing of people trying to put you in a box and saying, well, you're black. You should be this, and this. There's no other. You got to be what we say you going to be. And if you ain't, then you're the opposite. Like, that's false. So you can carry on now. No white God.
Hey, this is what I'm saying, right? I'm not up here to like argue with Goof Troop or anybody. I'm actually trying to contribute. Now this is what I'm saying. It's a really good thing. What's going on right now in the world? I don't know if you guys are aware of it. You got like black people are like finding themselves spiritually aware in certain things, and you got white people doing the same thing.
Just like you found yourself in prison. Go ahead.
Bro, I didn't find myself in prison. Now, just relax, bro. Stop interrupting me, bro. You're like a second grader, dog.
I don't give a fuck about what you're talking about.
All right, go ahead. Let's hear what he has to say.
I don't give a fuck about what you're talking about. You find yourself in prison. You aligned yourself with these racist white boys, and you wanted to be they get along gang. Get the fuck out of here with that shit, nigga. You wanted to be like them, bruh. Let's just be honest. Keep it. No, call a spade, bruh. Call a spade a spade. You wanted to be what?
How are you contributing to this conversation, bro?
What I'm contributing to this conversation.
Did you Google 5 Black kings yet?
Or
can I body you with the same question again?
We were having actually a dope discussion until you tried to demean it, until you tried to, imagine someone smart up there. So the problem is,
imagine a nigga teaching me something.
I'm actually trying to contribute, bro, and you're like just attacking me.
Did you graduate high school?
And you're a tomato can, bro. Stop.
You graduate high school. Fuck the bullshit, React. I'm sorry.
You came with fuck
shit. Did you graduate high school?
Yes, bro.
No, you didn't. Come on.
What are you talking about, bro?
Come on, bro. Like seriously. I know you. Stop it. Stop.
Yo, you don't know me. I did graduate high school. I went to college.
No, you didn't.
What are you talking about, bro? Yo,
what was your major in? What was your major? What was your major in college? Because I went to college too. What was your major?
Are we seriously doing this right now, bro?
Right. We're asking questions. We're asking questions. What was your major?
All right, yo, how about this? What was your major? Let me say what I gotta say, and then I'm gonna get out of here because I didn't hit the link to like.
I don't want to
hear this channel, Here we go. Nobody gives a fuck about the 5 Black Kings, all right? Because that shit was over 250 BC. Nobody cares about that. We're talking about now. We're talking about now, all right? So know what God, say what you gotta say, bro. I don't want the arguing because now it's gonna lead into stupid shit. Like, all right,
bro, I'm trying to avoid that. Clearly,
tell me how fucking go ahead.
And by the way, we have Black King in 1976. What are you talking about?
All right, okay,
that's the problem.
In America,
bro, are you serious?
America?
When the fuck has America had a king anyway?
That's where you live, motherfucker.
Bro, are you serious, bro?
That's where you live.
Okay, bro, let me say what I gotta say. I'm gonna get out. I didn't come up here to like fuck your shit up, bro.
Go ahead.
I really didn't come up here to fuck your shit up, bro. Like I came up here to like actually say some shit.
I allowed you up here.
You know what I'm saying?
You.
All right.
I allowed you up here. Hold on, time out. I allowed you up here even after you said the racist shit that you said on French Doses chat just like 4 hours ago. I still allowed you up here because we're having a dialogue. Now, don't make it something else that is not.
No, I'm not doing that. Now, without getting sidetracked, it's like a phenomenon going on where there's white dudes that are finding themselves spiritually in different things, and black dudes are doing the same thing, right? Now, when we actually like are able to like truly represent each other without like all the stereotypes on both sides, like you know what I mean? You guys know exactly what I mean. So just like follow me real quick. What the average, even the average black man doesn't know what the black man is, bro. You got to explore yourself. You got to find yourself. You got to study your own psychology, bro, to figure shit out. Now, we had a king in 1976 that was crowned King of Kings, Lord of Lords, Conquering Lion of Judah. All right. This started like a huge consciousness uprising for black people, bro. Like people don't even know that he fought in World War II. He helped create the United Nations. He tried to unite Africa. Y'all don't even know who he is, but y'all know who like Little Uzi Vert is. That's my problem.
Now, when you say y'all, who you mean y'all?
Well, I mean, name the king that I just told you.
Because I can't name the king that you just found out about.
I didn't just find out about him.
You just said people are just now finding out about it. So you mean to tell me? Hold on, time out. So you mean to tell me no white God knew before everybody else, right?
Bro, if he was king from 1930 to 1976, you think nobody knew about him? 72 nations nations went to see him crowned. Only we didn't know.
So
only us didn't know. All the other nations of the world knew, except for the black man.
So you're still part of that, right?
How? I teach this.
Oh my God.
That's what I'm saying. I teach this, bro.
So all right. So you knew about this one king, right? There's one sole fucking king.
There's 225 that go before him straight to Solomon.
I let you talk. Now, this is
And
where
nobody
shut
knows
up,
about this,
listen.
but y'all could tell me all about rappers and all stupid shit
No, I
that
don't
doesn't
care about
actually
rappers.
represent us, bro.
All right, so this is
That's
what
the
I
problem. That's
believe
why we don't get respect.
This is what I believe a black man is. All right, you take care of your family first. Period. You conduct yourself with pride. All right, everywhere you go, even when you're on YouTube, when you're off YouTube. All right, you conduct yourself properly. You don't badmouth and talk about this person and that person and this person and that person, knowing that you're gonna hop up on a panel with them and then talk to them politely. All right, that's called a sucker. All right, so that's my definition. All right, take care of your kids, handle your responsibilities. All right. I don't have to know about Mansa Musa and Amuntep and Anubis and all these other people that ain't putting no money into my pocket and is doing nothing for me at the moment. Just doing nothing. But only people like you that think, oh, because you know about it, you got the one edge on them. You got the upper hand on them. So I'm
It's not that, bro.
bash the person instead of teaching them about it.
It's not that, bro.
Bash them and keep them down low.
This is what I'm saying, brother. React. I'm saying that we need to stop looking at things to see what we see in the things. Sometimes we have to look at to see things to see what we see in ourselves, bro. And I'm not talking about some ancient fucking king, bro. I'm not doing that. This man, he gave us dual citizenship to Africa. You can go to fucking Africa right now and have free land, bro, because of him, bro.
Show me.
And everyone else in the world fucking knows this, except for the black man.
Okay, so instead of talking
about it. But y'all could recite a fucking rap song right now.
So instead of talking about it, do it.
I do. I teach that, bro. I don't have no filth on my channel, bro.
Show that shit. Bro, I promise you, if you go to Africa, my dude, and you just pull up and start building, you would have a flock.
Bro, first of all, the country that he came from has one of the fastest growing economies in the world. Number one, we don't need to build shit. They ready. But everyone else knows this in the world, except for us.
You just said you get free land, so you would have to go and build. So imagine you showing everybody, like, look, he gave us dual citizenship. We can go over here and build immediately free land. You go over there.
This is not really like my point, bro. This is what my point is.
Your point is we don't know about it, and you're better than us because you.
Bro, we need to look elsewhere besides even myself. Like don't take shit I say for face value. Look that shit up yourself. We need to look further than the internet, television, radio to see representations of what people are. Like, I'm not going to judge grind and shine recovery based on what I see on television, bro.
I agree with that.
But that's what these people are doing. Like, bro, it's disturbing, bro. Like, you see what's going on, bro. And like, people do this thing right here where like, just because I have kids with a white woman doesn't mean I know white culture, bro. It doesn't mean just because I like having sex with her doesn't mean I love white people, bro.
So you don't love your child?
Bro, you're not understanding what I'm saying, bro.
What are you
just because someone sleeps with someone from another race or has a brother or a friend from another doesn't mean you understand the whole psychology and neurology behind the people, the history behind the people.
I agree with that.
Yeah, if for me to understand grind and shine recovery, I had to talk to grind and shine recovery.
That's exactly what we're doing right here.
Exactly. That's why I came up here. Just like, we need to be able to do this, what we're doing right here. Like, we need to be able to communicate without the fuck shit. And it's ironic that the only ones trying to stop me from saying that is Brother Goof Troop. And I'm not even banging on you, bro. Like, but I didn't come up here for that shit, bro.
Hey, excuse me 1 minute. React. I put something in the back chat. I guess Tommy's asking for the link. He says he's blocked.
What?
But even if he's blocked, he should be able to hit the link. I guess he's watching. He was asking to come up on the panel.
Doc hit that shit right on the fucking head, bro.
Hit the link, Tom.
From slavery till the civil rights movement, the black family was intact. There was little to no crime, especially on each other, and we were thriving, bro. So what happened from 1960 to 1970 to make us start doing all this weird stuff, bro? Because it ain't the white man's fault, but it's right now it's at the point where people think like, oh, this rapper said he's a real nigga and he's black, So this is what a real black man is. And that has nothing to do with our culture whatsoever.
Keep going.
What's up, bro?
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's what I'm saying. We got to look within ourselves. And you like, I've studied all the holy books, but really, bro, all I had to do was just look within myself, dog. All I had to do was really see this one king that's not an ancient king, comes from a lineage of 225 other kings that leads all the way to Solomon. His title and office was King of Kings, Lord of Lords, Conqueror, Lion of Judah.
This is so that's cool. All right.
But what I'm saying is, this is what happened. When he was crowned in 1930, the state of Israel never existed. They created that shit because of him. In 1948, World War II, they were killing Jews. They were trying to kill him. In Ethiopia, 1944.
Okay.
This guy was the world's greatest statesman, a black man, and everyone knows about him except for us, bro.
All right, so now you know about him. So you know about him. Voila! Now you found your new toy to quiz people with and everything. Cool. All right. Why do you do the shit and say the shit that you say about another black man when you're on your father's panel?
That was a good one. See, like we could like bang on each other in a healthy way. I was just joking, but you know, like me and you already like we already like, yo, that shit's dead, bro. I was only fucking joking, bro. But we were really going at real racists on the panel, bro. And you could have seen me bringing out the information with that. I brought on another scholar, one of the top Israelite scholars in the world on the panel. And we were really like breaking shit down. But when you got brought up, I was only joking with you, bro.
Nah, because you tried it. So that's another thing.
I didn't like
I went
go
over
in on
earlier.
you. I just was like, yo, that's react. This is a fucking joke, bro. So my bad, bro. Because like I'm not even really on that shit, bro. Because like when
you on it, when Dose on it.
Nah, bro. Like I only go at certain people, bro. But I don't really like make it a thing to go at you, bro.
Calling us a racist all the time, no white God.
Well, I mean, you had a dude call a black woman a nigger 37 times on your fucking panel, bro.
I did? I did?
Yes, you did.
Really? I said factual. Go call.
Come on, you can't blame us for factual, man.
I thought it didn't happen. I rest my fucking case.
You're a fraud.
Y'all try to dig your way out of that one.
That's what you are. You are a fraud.
Okay, did that happen or not, bro?
I never once said that shit.
No. Did that dude call a black woman a nigger 37 times on your panel?
Yeah, he did.
He did.
Yep.
Okay, so what is wrong with that?
Yeah, I heard him. I didn't think he did either, but he did. I watched it.
Doc, now honesty gets us a long way. Now, what are we gonna do from here?
Who are we talking about?
Factual? You do.
Yeah.
We talking about factual?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's talking about
over and done
factual.
with. We handled it. The cancer got cut out. He's over.
Well, I mean, how many times, how many panels did he hit after that? And Doc, yo, let's like kill the cancer. Let's cut that shit out, bro. Let's cut it out of the body, bro.
We don't care about
the cancer out of the body
allowed
fully.
on our platform. Do you not understand?
How many panels did he hit after?
Right, but Mike,
in the total of a month.
Hold on, you gotta have to respect because you said this thing and now we talking. We don't care. He's not here. Like Wisdom said, that man.
Well,
is
how
gone.
long did you take to get rid of him?
Who cares? He's gone.
Okay, it doesn't matter, bro.
It doesn't matter.
Right.
Hold on. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about taking out a snake. At the end of the day, he was on our platform, and when we saw that what he was doing was BS, we throwed him out.
Right.
What more?
What was the specific reason you got rid of him?
All right.
Oh
so let me ask you a question. You love the black woman, right?
Yeah, I do actually.
So you are on a panel with a man who actually
I love all women actually.
Threw eggs, flour, and all other type of shit, and disrespected her, playing with her fat rolls, degraded the hell out of that woman. But you're on a panel with him.
Who was that?
Right? You know who it is.
I don't know who did that. I don't watch these videos, bro. I go and say what I say. I don't watch anybody's shit but mine.
Come on now.
I swear to God, I don't. I tuned into yours because I actually I respect you, bro. So I don't really be watching other people's shit.
Your
bro.
friend, Mr. Bug Boy. That's
Yeah.
Who is that, bro?
Yeah, it's you know who it is. You
No,
know
I really don't know who did this.
You was
and
just on his panel talking hella shit. You was just on his panel.
So He did what?
Disrespected a black woman, took a picture of her and a video of her playing with her rolls, threw flour on her, eggs and all type of other wild shit, said she was fat and she was breathing heavy and all this disrespectful shit. That's what he did. So if we gonna be a black man, right? We talking about the ideal black man. We talking about being straight up. What is your ideal of a black man? I think it's sticking up for a black woman, right?
That makes sense. Now that I know this, I'm gonna talk to him about it. I'm not gonna wait a month. I'm not gonna let him drag and spew shit for a month on several panels like Factual did. Okay, I'm gonna talk to him tonight about that.
Hold on, though. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
the reason
not
why
true.
we didn't
He
know
wasn't
about
here
it is
for a
because
couple
we didn't
months.
even really look into it. All right. When we
What do you
looked
mean you didn't
into
look
it, that's when
into
we
it?
realized it. Oh my,
I mean, bro, if you get call a black woman the
No, I
nigger
agree with
37
Wisdom,
times
dude. I
on a
don't
yeah,
panel,
no, but
and
at
then you
the time we
live
didn't hear
for
about
6
it. At the
different
time we
channels,
did not hear it.
like
At
that's
the time we
crazy.
did not hear it. You stupid
I got a
guy,
question
bro.
for him.
Yo, it's talking about whoever's down there. I can't. I'm trying to
That's
scroll down.
Mr. Smooth.
I can't get
I got a question for No White
I
God.
can't even get down there. I don't even know how to get down
But now
there.
this is the thing. This is the problem, right? Because I had to have somebody reach out to Sinetter so that it
Whoever
doesn't
you
damage
are,
his
don't
channel.
pour by me because I can't see your name.
Right.
No White
You'll
God.
react, and I'm sure you'll appreciate this, right? Because
What
we don't
happened
want
in
our
Nash,
channels to be
Montana?
destroyed for garbage, right? I had to have somebody reach out to Sinetter's wife to get to him because this same dude
all that
that
shit, nigga.
did
I'm
this,
not
Yeah, I
gonna
don't
let
care
you.
about none of that shit.
No,
Keep it
Yeah,
going.
no,
why
Sinetter
would
was
you
on the
let
panel
that
with
nigga show
him,
this side that
Yeah,
and
ain't
so
talking about
Yeah,
Yo,
shit.
Mark
I'm gonna keep it
Montana.
Fuck
hey,
what you
listen,
talking about, nigga.
listen. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I ain't with all that. I'm not with all that. So no white guy. If you want to sit up here, cool. If you want to talk about sign and all that, you gotta go, bro. I'm not
banging on Sinetter,
No,
bro.
I don't even
Hey,
care.
you're
I
wrong.
don't want to even
You're
talk
wrong.
about it.
We don't want to hear
Now
that.
listen, bro. Do you think that it would have ruined Sinetter's panel, his channel, his 20 years of work? Especially, I don't even care how I feel about him.
It
No,
I'm
sounds
just
like
saying,
you're
we
cloud
sit on a
chasing
panel with the
often,
dude
man.
that
Answer the
called a black
question.
woman a
Answer the
nigger
question. People
37
got
times.
questions
you
for
know
you,
what,
bro.
God, that's fucking
People
Because
got
ridiculous.
that's what
questions
y'all
for you,
did.
bro.
Y'all,
So let's ask
y'all
the
let him go
questions.
sit on the panel with that man.
All right, all right.
Bitch ass nigga.
And nobody told him what happened. This man has a body of work of 20 years building our community, and you guys
Okay,
let him sit on the panel with that
instead of
same
running away
racist
from
dude.
Who are you
questions,
talking
Tommy
about?
has a question for you.
Bro.
Tommy has a question for you.
Hold on, Wisdom. Pause. Who are you talking about?
Bro,
Who-
factual, after he did the thing, he went to Grizzly's panel and like nothing happened. And then they had Sinetter on there, who actually
really?
I don't agree with most of the
really?
time, but he's
really?
been building our
Okay,
community
okay.
for 20 years. And y'all put his channel at stake.
Okay,
Ah,
okay.
yeah,
Let me
you
say
fucking
something. Yeah,
crazy,
yeah,
dude.
yeah,
Nobody
yeah,
put
yeah,
no one
yeah.
else's
Let
channel
me
at
say something real
stake,
quick.
dude. That's
Let me say something real
ridiculous.
quick.
Go ahead.
Let me say something real quick. Now, since we talking about that, you're saying that we put Sarnetta's channel at risk, all
You
that
did.
bullshit. Okay, now when Grizz had JB Gunner on his panel, are we not forgetting that after he got off Grizz's panel, that same night he went to fucking French Dose? That first time? Are we forgetting that? But your morals don't consider that because you're a bitch ass nigga.
And you will
now I
call
can get your ass off the panel.
JB
I can get your ass
Gunner
off the
a
panel
racist.
right now. All I gotta do is say a certain name and your bitch ass gonna run. Now no white God. When I say I know you nigga, stop playing.
You don't know me, sir.
All right. So who's pop? So who's pop? No white God. Who's pop?
Bro, my father, Ken.
Nah. We ain't talking about your father.
Bro,
we ain't
are
talking
you
about your
serious?
father.
Hold on.
We ain't
I
talking
have
about
Grind
your
and Shine
father.
Recovery.
You
Help me out
unlocked
with
in
that.
the motherfucking 12.
Yo, are you gonna let me speak so I could debunk your
All right,
theory, or
go.
are you gonna just carry it on? Yo, Grind and Shine Recovery. This dude thinks that Big Sid is an actual fucking serious dude,
Hold
bro.
on. Shut up real quick.
And what he said about me was
Shut
real.
up real quick.
He's a
Shut
fucking
up real quick.
comedian,
So I can prove
but
my
only
point.
your dumbass
Shut
didn't
up
know that.
real quick. Hey, shut up real quick. And I'm gonna
Time out. How do you know Grind and Shine Recovery even knows who Sid is?
Because he's in that community, bro. But Goof Troop thinks that what Big Sid was saying as fucking comedy was real because he's fucking retarded.
No. I ain't talking about comedy, nigga. I'm talking about my kinfolk. My kinfolk know you.
Oh, what's their name?
I just told you, Pop.
Nobody's name is fucking Pop, sir. My name is Tyler, sir.
All right. Well, bottom line is
we gonna play.
Okay, now I rest my fucking case.
No white God.
You got grown ass men that call themselves Pop.
Yeah.
Well, the bottom line is this: you are actually on a panel with a man who disrespected a black woman, and actually, his words, not mine, destroyed his own black community by drugs.
And you got my word, bro, that I'm going to talk to him about that.
I still got more.
What are you going to talk to him about? What are you going to call?
I'm going to address the situation and find out what's going on.
Are you going to call the police again?
No way, God, you really don't know about any of that?
No, I really don't be watching these channels, bro.
Bitch ass nigga.
Knows his channel, dude. He's got shorts about Miss 504 all over.
I don't be watching that stuff, bro.
Bro, he disrespected.
I'll take your word.
First of all, no way, God, he disrespected a black woman.
He disrespected Miss
woman, a black queen.
You went with it.
And her son.
He plays it while
Okay.
Okay.
I actually heard, like, I didn't hear the exact situation you guys said, but I heard something about it where she said that his 4-year-old daughter or something like sexual or something like that.
Hey, notice you heard that, but you ain't hear what he said about it.
Well, bro, you never said it. What do you want me to do? I don't watch these channels, bro. I do not watch these channels.
Get your bitch ass out the garage, man. Go run a fucking paper route, man.
All right.
Yo, I do not watch these channels, and I suggest y'all subscribe to some other shit sometimes too.
All right. So, all right. You guys sit there and know what I got. All right, so
keep up with all the bullshit, bro. I don't.
Hold on, man. Tommy has a question.
I just want to know what happened to Mac Montana.
You know, I want to say something about
Tommy, by the way.
Lie about your bitch ass, and I'll pull up the person that you know. Nigga,
bro, you don't know anyone that I know, bro. I don't have a single friend in the world, dog.
Are you sure?
Yes, I don't have a single friend in the world, bro. And I haven't had one for years.
Tyler, stop it. I'm gonna tell you right now, Tyler, stop. You don't know what I know.
Okay, what's your name? Since you know my name.
My name is Goose Troop.
Okay, that's what I thought. How fitting.
How about that?
Grown man called himself
Goose Troop. My granddad is Walt Disney. How about that?
It sounds about right.
How about that? Yeah.
What's up, Nicole?
Because you learned everything you're spewing on this fucking panels, from panel to panel, everything you're fucking spewing, you learned from prison, and you only did 6 months in prison. Cut it the fuck out. You're not that nigga. Cut it the fuck out.
Like, how many lies are you gonna tell? Like, I don't even care about this stuff to explain.
Let me say something.
I don't even care to explain these things anymore, bro.
Hey, all right, okay. So just mute yourself. Don't unmute. All right. So instead, this is the problem that we have, because when one of us learns something, instead of just wanting to teach it to people without acting as if they're above the other person, we don't do that. We don't just give out information. It's like, I know this, I'm better than you. But if you want to learn this, you have to, you have to be stripped of all your, of your intelligence and made feel like you're lower than me. And then I can teach you what I know. And that's a problem that I have. That's a huge problem that I have, because that's not a real teacher.
You've never seen my channel, bro, because that's all I do is teach. And it's actually an art to break somebody down and build them back up. It's a fucking art form, dog.
That's not an art
form. And you've never read the Bible if you don't know that.
To break somebody down?
Yes, break you all the way the fuck down and build you back up.
But why do you think you're the person that should be able to break somebody down when you learned it from what?
You don't know where I learned this.
Build yourself up enough to quit ducking people like Viking. How about that?
What was that, brother?
I said, why don't you build yourself up enough to quit ducking people like Viking?
Because I don't feel the need to fight anyone, bro.
You're the one who talks all that shit, though, dog.
I could talk as much as I want, bro.
Okay. Well, you told him you tell somebody pull up and then you hide in your house, dog. Like,
I mean, dog.
I didn't even get on here for that. I didn't even get on here.
Exactly. Now, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, bro. I'm a completely different person than when me and you first met. That's why, like, when we get into it, I reach out to you and I talk to you. I don't feel the need to fight anyone, bro. I don't feel the need to do nothing but use my goddamn head and be myself, bro.
All right, you try to say your opinion and then just like.
No, I don't deal with opinion.
I didn't get on here to even talk to you, dog. I didn't even speak with you. So let me speak in a second.
You go to my channel and you find one thing wrong that I said and you prove me wrong. I challenge anyone. I don't deal with fucking opinions, bro.
No,
or you delete all the videos.
That's the thing. You want everybody to deal with your opinion, and that's it.
No, I don't deal with opinions at all.
So you say they're facts. Okay.
Everything on my channel, if you find one thing wrong, prove me wrong.
I don't have
But
to
you've
go to
been
your channel to
refuted
prove
so
you
many
wrong.
times.
I don't
You've
have
been
to go to your
Refuted
channel.
by
many
who?
times.
I haven't seen it.
We don't need to tell who.
Okay, there you go. Secret
I don't
refutation.
have to prove you wrong on your channel. I can watch another person's panel and prove you wrong.
That's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
so anytime that you see me saying something wrong, prove me wrong, bro. This is called being
Oh my
constructive.
days.
If you don't like what I say, you don't challenge me to a fight. What the hell is that? That's why we don't get any respect. That's why we're the laughing stock of the fucking earth.
That's you
Whoa,
and French
wait.
Dose. That's you and French Dose over there, buddy. And whoever else you got over there.
Look,
You guys are crazy.
how about we
And
talk
some
about
of us are not comfortable being that.
All right, can I talk about the Contra affair back in the 80s?
That's what I want to hear, brother. Go in.
Well, look. So, first of all, I really don't refer to it as racism. Hang on, honey. Look. It's a poor and a rich thing. If you look in poor rural white communities, they have the same issues as poor inner cities. I've lived in both. I know for a fact. Now, I'm not a black man, so I can't say how it is living in the inner city, whatever, but I'm just knowing from what I've seen. Now, back in the 80s when the crack epidemic hit, this was all started, our government did not want poor people to, I mean, in my opinion, it was to stop poor communities from growing, whether it be white or black. You know, you can go look, I mean, basically they sacrificed, you know, Americans to help fund a war in South America against communism. And that's really when you could see where fathers quit being fathers in the families. A lot of that stuff started to happen around that time. And to me, like I said, I think it's more a poverty issue more than a color issue. Hang on,
Hey, I
honey.
agree, bro. And I believe that poor people of every race, they're looked at exactly the same, like as black poor people. You know what I'm saying? They're looked at exactly the same. And I don't think the government has any intentions of doing anything about that. They're dealing with the money, and you're absolutely correct. And that is exactly what happened from slavery till the 1960s civil rights movement. Everything started going to a decline. And now all races are included in that decline. And the only way we could get up out of that is to be like constructive, like what we're doing now, and actually build. Like if somebody doesn't like what someone says, yo, prove them wrong. That's what I do. Intellectual debates. That's what I do. If you want to look for me on YouTube, I'm doing intellectual debates, and I love these people I'm debating with, bro. So it's not like I'm trying to like, haha, got your moment. I'm actually trying to get like, we're trying to get somewhere, dog. So like I admire like Grind and Shine for even saying that, and Doc for his honesty, and really this woman next to me, I don't even know her, but she's showing like a lot of like discipline to not even like cuss me out. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to all of y'all and React. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. Maybe next time we could like get a little bit further, you know what I'm saying, without like disrespecting each other. You know what I mean?
All right. So have you ever been proved wrong over there? Proven wrong?
No, actually not yet to this day.
There you go. That's my whole entire thing.
But that's what I'm saying, bro, is this right here.
People. Hold on.
If a book says one thing and someone says it says another thing, and I say it says something, but what I says matches the book, then the other person's wrong, bro. It's simple, bro. That's how you start to deal with laws.
So you've never been proven wrong, right?
Not in any of my debates. No, not yet.
If you have so much faith in what you believe, like I don't know.
I don't deal with faith, brother. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's not even about religion. It's just like if we deal with law, and then there's two people that have a different interpretation of the law, but the law actually says one thing, then these people got to concede and say that they're wrong, and their opinion is just worthless.
All right, so here we go. So we're dealing with this. All right, so
and y'all have my word, bro. I'm actually gonna talk to Dose about that because
here we go. Here's you know. Hold on. So since you said we're dealing with facts and not opinions and whatnot. All right.
Well, yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Is it a fact that if you wrap a seatbelt around a man or a woman's neck for 10 to 15 seconds, that is considered choking?
Yeah, that's how he described it as well. But I mean, why do we got to destroy someone? Why can't we continue building, bro?
Because that's all he does is destroy. Now, if you want to just keep going back and forth, cool, whatever. All right. But we got to start calling shit out as it is. He's not just responding to people. That's not how it goes, because I could be sitting here getting head in the morning and get up. I'm done. Oh, shit. Shorty go to the beach and everything. And I turn on YouTube and I'm hearing, look at React. He's this and he's that. I don't even know I haven't talked about you motherfuckers, especially you. But I hear my name. So that's not responding. That's just keeping something going. So you guys are actually the ones tearing down.
Well, here's the thing, bro. I don't actually want to even go. I don't want him to go back and forth with y'all anymore. I'm over there to like tackle bigger topics. And that's why I'm bringing like well-known dudes over there to tackle the bigger issues. I'm actually like advising him to not respond to any of you.
Again, it's not a responding thing. You keep saying responding. So
that's the only way that it's going to stop is if we just stop fucking doing it. You could go to my channel. There ain't a goddamn person's name in my videos, but goddamn Yahweh and King Selassie. You got to be royalty for me to mention you on my channel. I'm not going to make a response video to no one. Not Goof Troop, none of these dudes that make videos about me. They'll never get a response because it's worthless. It's not constructive.
All right. J-Roll, what's good, bro?
Peace. Give me like 2 seconds real fast.
Oh, all right. Bet. So what's up, everybody in the chat? We're going to wait for J-World to handle whatever he got to handle. We all talk.
Yeah. Let me say something. This idiotic motherfucker just said, when you go to my channel, you don't hear nobody names in my mouth. But when you on other people's channels, you talking about Grizz, you talking about React, you talking about Quill, you talking about Melee, Hazel. So many motherfuckers.
I don't talk about React anymore. I mentioned one thing today. Out of 50 panels that I've been on where they're talking about React, I don't say shit. I fucking say Tazo's life from the Serennials, bro.
He didn't say React. He didn't say React.
You just spoke about React 3 hours ago, nigga.
So we don't get to arguing.
What the fuck are you talking about? You just spoke about all these men that you talking shit. Meanwhile, you in your goddamn father's garage and you living with your goddamn aunt preaching this pro-black power shit like you got a motherfucking business. Nigga, the last check you got from your motherfucking business was $59.10. Stop with the fuck shit, bro. I swear to God, you gonna make me show the fuck out. I swear to God, I've been humble for way too fucking long. I've been humble for way too
I think you just have like some kind of issue where you're not hearing me say I don't care about defending any of this shit.
Guess what?
Everything you're saying is pretty much a lie, but I don't care to defend it, bro.
I can be a Stafford tomorrow.
I don't care about that, bro.
I can be a Stafford tomorrow, nigga. Let's prove how you feel.
Bro, I don't care, dog.
How about that? Let's see how you really feel.
What are you not understanding that I don't care to do this with
I hate the bullshit. Okay, so are you gonna link up with Papa Army tomorrow? Because I can definitely be there tomorrow. How about that?
For what? For what?
Oh, for what? Because you're a bitch, nigga.
No. Tell us. What do you want me to take time out of my busy day to do?
All you gotta do is shut the fuck up, bro. All you gotta do is shut the fuck up.
What do you want to do, bro? What are you talking about?
It'll be way more easier for you, bro. It'll be way more easier if you shut the fuck up.
So this is the thing. This is why you're getting this type of energy, because you say, oh, well, I don't talk about nobody on my channel, but then when you on panels, the list goes on. Grizz, React, Tazo, Melee, J Quill, fucking all these, even Miss 504 you was talking about, like all these different people you was talking about. So that energy, Doc, that energy, Doc, Tommy, everybody.
Yo, React. This how we gonna shut the pussy shit. This how we gonna shut the pussy shit down. I will catch a flight out tomorrow to Stafford, Florida.
To do what? To do what?
You talk cash money shit about my motherfucking peoples, nigga, and we gonna see if you really bought it. I don't ever.
What would you like to do, sir?
Sir, let's just meet up. We can have drinks. How about that, sir? You want me to
sir, I'm not gonna meet with a faceless, nameless, faceless, nameless, tough guy that makes videos about me that will never get a response, sir. So, what business do you want to conduct with me, sir?
I'm a white boy, bro. I'm a white boy. I'm a white boy. Remember that. Shut the fuck up, bro. You cannot stand next to me. I promise you.
Bro, you can bet your bottom fucking dollar I don't be talking about your ass. Nigga, you don't exist to me, bro. You make videos about me, you will never get a response, bro.
You are nobody to me.
Never.
You
So why
are
do you make
nobody
videos
to me.
about me?
You are literally nobody.
So why do you make videos about me and you get no
Bro,
response?
I made one video about
And then
you. I made
you
one
finally
video
get
about
to
you
talk to me.
shit. Hey,
You
guess
finally
what?
get to talk
Guess
to me,
what?
and
Guess
you
what?
want to meet
Guess
up
what,
with me
no
to
white
do
guy?
what?
Guess
To
what,
do
no
what,
white guy?
bro?
This is how we gonna end this shit. Let's do a house tour right now, and you get the fuck out your garage and see what the fuck I'm working with. How about that? How about that?
Bro,
Let's cam up, nigga.
you sound
Hold up.
completely
No, let's
off your
cam up,
fucking
nigga.
rocker.
Let's cam up, nigga. Let's do a house tour right now.
I mean, shit, I cam up every day, bro. So go ahead, show us yourself for once.
Talk about camming up.
All these people hang out with you. Now show your stuff for
Let's
once,
do a
bro.
house tour.
Go
Let's
ahead,
do
you
a
go first.
fucking
Go
house
ahead.
tour, bro.
Go ahead.
Sit your broke ass down, man. I hate
That's
bum
what I
niggas,
thought.
dog.
You want me
I
to do
swear to God,
something
I
that
hate
you
bum
don't
niggas.
want to do.
You bum
Bro,
niggas.
you're like
Hold on.
bro.
You ain't got shit. I hate bum niggas, bro.
All right,
Bum
hold on.
niggas ain't got shit. They fucking
Hold
smoke.
on. Hold on. All right, everybody be quiet. Can y'all hear this? Hold on.
They didn't give him no 6 month stipulation, none of that shit, bro. He didn't do it. Like, what the fuck? He didn't do the shit. And then that's what people do, bro. Who is that one?
This is a no white guy. What do you think about this black KKK member?
Is that a channel?
I thought that was a react with Ryan Upchurch.
It did look like him for a minute. I was like, hold on, who's that?
Oh shit!
No, you can see he's light skinned though.
This
Hey, but no bullshit aside, brother.
He wants to be a part of this.
Yeah. Well, nah, he's over there like taking him out of that shit. But
I need to know where you get off thinking you could call me KKK.
it was clearly a joke. Now, what did I talk about for the rest of the 2 hours I was on there? Was I talking about you?
I don't care about that shit. That shit don't.
Okay, you don't care about that. We were talking about fighting and dealing with racism.
Why would I care about that?
Without arguing with each other, like this idiot down here, my brother, retarded brother, Goof Troop, nameless, faceless, wants to kill me or whatever.
Why would I care about
right?
that?
Nigga, I have a fucking degree in fact.
We don't believe you, sir.
I'm not gonna.
We don't believe you,
about
sir.
believing me, bro.
We don't believe you, sir.
Pull up that receipt for $59.10 on your last spread route for 2014, nigga. Cut it out.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care about anybody else. I mean, you can talk about Viking and all these other people, but y'all, you guys are lying. You talk. What's that light skinned dude, that mixed dude, that box and all that? You was talking about React TV, and you're lying. You're lying to all these people. So now you got Brent or whoever he is. You got Citizen Man and all these other people. You're lying on me. You're just lying on me. And I don't think that as a black man, that shows any integrity. It don't.
Well, didn't me and you settle that on that same panel, bro? I just wanted to know where you got my information from to dox me.
Okay,
and I thought you got it from them, and I admitted when you got on there, I admitted that I was wrong. So what do you, this is completely unconstructive, dog.
So
this shit is,
listen.
Bro, people are laughing at this shit, bro.
You don't listen.
This shit is not fucking serious. I will like return one day because I do believe in giving.
He doesn't listen.
But this
He wants to
shit
be
is
the
a
one.
fucking shit show, dog.
He wants to be the one to say everything.
Peace, brothers.
No white guy.
I build every night. I build every night on these topics, and we don't be fighting with each other. There's 10, 12 people on the panel taking turns talking, contributing. This right here is a fucking clown shit.
Go ahead, J World.
Y'all have a good day. Sorry, Shamrock, that this had to happen.
No white guy.
He's running from you.
No white guy.
No, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and do this, bro.
He's running from you,
No,
J
hold
World.
on, just real fast, real fast. Just between me
No,
and
J
you.
World, you want to debate, bro? You're more than welcome to come on my channel. I have debate channels all the time.
No white guy. We're not debating. I just want to talk to you real fast.
But bro, I don't want to talk about nothing but the subject. I came up here for the subject, and y'all can't stay on it.
All right.
This is my first time talking. No white guy, but this is.
Bro, you messaged me the other day.
Yo, bro, no, I didn't talk to you no other day. I wanted to talk.
But
to
did you not message me the other day?
I did, but I didn't get a chance to message you today yet because you just did this not that long ago. And
Yo, what's going on, React?
This is what I wanted to say. I wanted to say about Brother Judah. Please,
what's wrong with Brother Judah?
No, ain't nothing wrong with Brother Judah, but please don't try to put Brother Judah in there to try to take down someone's channel. You try to take down Grizzly's channel, all because
We're not worried about Grizzly, bro. We weren't talking about Grizzly. We're talking about somebody who sits there and lies on him for 10 years, bro.
Hold up. Yeah, we are worried about Grizzly.
This is what you said.
Okay, I don't watch that fuckboy's channel, number one. I don't watch his shit. Okay? Me and Judah were addressing somebody that is not Grizzly Moolah.
This is just me and you talking, right? This is me and you, not no one else, just me and you.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
So
go.
listen,
What is it?
We both know Brother Judah is a good person, right? So to get him involved in any type of things that's going on over here, even if you guys try to put a different name that was on the panel, that wasn't on the panel because it was Grizzly, Sage, and Side Nutter, not Grizzly Factual. And
we were talking about Killer B, bro.
No. You guys were talking about Grizzly.
We were talking about Killer B, bro.
I got the clip because
bro, watch it. We talked about him for a fucking hour, bro. What are you talking about? Bro, y'all have a good day. Beautiful lady. I'm sorry that these dudes are like, remedial. Not all of us are like that. Okay? Y'all have a good day.
And Nepal involved as well. He said he had Nepal's email. He would just email Nepal the other day. He's gonna email Nepal again. And you just said earlier, Judah emailed Side Nutter's wife. So listen, let's do this.
He bounced off, bro. He can't do it.
Come on, man. I don't know why he did that. Like
he can't do it.
Now I'm gonna send this warning out to friends. I wasn't trying to send no warnings or anything to no white guy because we're cool and everything like that. I just seen he did the slick thing with Brother Judah, and then that's gonna get shut down. And I don't want Sal to look at him funny because he's over there listening to the incompetence of French Dose. And if Judah listens to French Dose, we know you're fucked. We know you're gonna.
Well, I don't know about y'all, but I got a video right there that just shows his whole credibility and integrity.
Hold on, Sage. Let me put this out there real fast. A French Dose, that slick shit you tried to do earlier, right? You cannot avoid that whole situation. You lied, and you lied to a good brother as well, right? So now, French, this is going to turn up on you even harder because now you're going to have way more enemies coming right at you. And then a lot of those brothers that are Israelites that do roll in the conscious community, they going to be on your ass too. That's all I just got to say.
Well, that's what he wants. I don't know if you knew, like that's what his whole channel is about. He told me specifically, Jay. Remember, I was behind the scenes with him, so I'm gonna give you some insight. Hold on.
The thing of it, it's gonna fuck his channel up, and he's gonna get.
Let us fuck it up, but one thing he can't deny, if you don't mind, React. If you want to play this video, one thing French can't ever deny, and he keeps repeating it. I got a little clip right there, my dude. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it's right there in the back.
Oh, all right, yeah.
People try to air out your dirty laundry, and it's not real. The real dirty laundry gets aired out on them. Ain't that something?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Because they tried to make me out to be a woman beater. I got the receipts, and I already told the story. My baby mom punched me, and I choked her with a seatbelt for a total of maybe like 20 seconds, 10 seconds, and realized what I was doing, and I stopped myself. Right, my baby mom. That's not the first time she hit me, neither. You know what I mean? And
I've been through it, bro.
And that shit is real. And when they hit you though, and they're the ones that hit you first, sometimes I always don't blame the man for putting their hands on a woman.
Right.
Because sometimes the situation, it all depends on the situation. Like she can really be hitting hard, and it's just a reflex. That's not understandable to the cops still, but it's still understandable to real life, bro. Like, let's be real. Like, one of those cops might have got hit and done the same.
Facts.
You know what I mean? But the thing is that I don't put my hands on women. I really don't. And I'm not a woman beater. And they're trying to make me out to be that. And they're lying. And I know they're not talking to my baby mom because I know my baby mom wouldn't lie and say that because I really never beat on her. Now, me putting a seatbelt to her throat and all, yeah, I did that.
Yeah,
right?
but that whole shit got thrown out though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. And
they tried that shit with me, bro. Like, yo, Judah, you ain't gonna believe this shit, bro. You know, I'm
yeah,
Israel, right?
I got the paperwork right here. Like
that shit's so crazy, bro. Like,
crazy.
first of all, like I'm in the South, bro. I'm in Florida. I'm where Trayvon Martin got killed, bro. Like,
Yeah.
okay, that's where I sold all my drugs,
real.
did all my shit, right?
That's real.
This white chick, bro, she want to lie on a nigga like, oh, I fucked up Christmas dinner. Nigga, I don't celebrate Christmas.
Oh yeah, I remember when you
Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. That shit didn't even make it past one court date. And I'm in the South. A white woman talk about a 6 foot. Yo, I was actually like almost 300 pounds when that shit happened. 6'5", 300 motherfucking pounds. Goddamn convict, whoop your ass. The police, yo, they gonna bury your ass if it's true.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. When women lie on you, they really lie, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. God damn,
Yeah,
big
real, man.
Pause that real
And
quick.
they could really be talking to my baby mom.
Now you hear this nigga say, "Oh, they talk to my baby mom 1 minute, and they're not talking to his baby mom 1 minute." Like, bruh.
So y'all making it normal to beat women, to choke women.
Exactly.
Y'all normalizing it.
Fuck them dudes, yo.
And I'm supposed to sit here and debate on what's a real black man and how to be a black man. And I'm supposed to be listening to y'all?
Yo.
That was the point of the clip.
React.
Thank you,
Nah.
React.
Hold on, Shamrock.
React.
Yeah, I think Shamrock wanted to say something. She was politely.
I get that, but React, I got a question. Is it go time? Or you want to chill for a little bit more?
Nah. I ain't even wanted to get like this, but we chilling. We chilling.
Some is a necessary evil, it seems, React, at this point. You know what I mean? Look at the fucking type of idiots, for real, like idiots. It's one thing like banging and all of that, but these motherfuckers is putting out like these type of messages, and it's okay. And now you want to come and debate with people like you ain't just finished co-signing this bullshit. The fuck out of here, you bitch ass nigga.
I can't allow myself to eat. I already knew what it was gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Because that's him, you know what I'm saying? Like he wants to strip you from anything you think you know and call you a fucking idiot, right? All the while trying to tell you that what he thinks and what he's spewing is correct. When if a person is a teacher and says I've never been proven wrong, like that shit is just it's bogus, man.
They probably shouldn't be a teacher.
Yeah, like you how do you learn? How are you?
I'm a student for life.
That dumb motherfucker. I'm sorry, dumb MF ain't no teacher. Right? What the fuck can you learn from him? Point out all these people right now that's talking that BS, and you give me their archive. What the hell can I learn from them?
All right, yeah.
Not a damn thing.
I think Tommy's up here. So the questions I had, question. I don't know if you know or not. I don't know if you was in the chat or whatever. But my question was those show messages, right? And the messages were to Dose, but was called in Tazo a bozo and a lame and whatnot. And my question to you was where did you and Tazo go wrong?
Right. All right. I'm glad you asked that. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. That was when I first came on YouTube. I was going off from that clown's energy. I don't even know Tazo. So to be honest with you, I even said that on my on Doc's Live earlier that really I should have just watched dude for myself instead of just going off that clown's energy, bro. To be honest with you. Because come to find out, Tazo's a good dude. I don't know him. I've never talked to him. But you know what I mean? A lot of you guys fuck with him and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I was just going off that clown. He did the same thing to Wax Dog and somebody else too.
If you don't mind, if I could cut in for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
He spin the same bullshit with Grizz, like for me. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like that's how he does. You see how like he has his panels and he brings people on. And what he does is, you see this white boy here? Look at what he's doing. And he's talking about you. You understand? Like, you don't even know these people, but he's a spin master.
That's
You know
what I'm
what I
saying.
mean?
And No White God was up there, right? No White God was up there. Some other heavy set mixed dude. I think that Boxes or whatever was up there. Then they had
Motherfucker.
another, huh?
The one that says motherfucker.
Yeah, motherfucker. Yeah.
Motherfucker.
There's another dude up there, and he was like, he was
You talking about
spinning
Brent?
me as like a racist coon type shit. Like I was racist against my own people, and was like, "When are you gonna support black people on your channel?" Like, huh?
Son, then he don't got no pictures with black people in real life.
But
Man,
yeah,
fuck that dude.
the thing of it is, like I said, man, that is when I was just going with his energy. That's when I first came on YouTube. He was like the only dude I was like watching at first, and then oh shit, we got Grizz and 5
Happened to me.
and then
Me too.
the faceless girl there. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how it went. But yeah, in all reality, I don't know Tazzo.
Salute to Tazzo, by the way.
I shouldn't have said that shit, but I'm you know what I mean. I'm gonna own it like I do everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. Yeah, no, I had to ask because when I seen it, it kind of threw me for a loop. I was like, "Word."
You want this clip, React? I'm gonna Google Drive it to you.
Yeah, send the Google Drive.
He does that
I'm
to
gonna
everybody.
rip this shit out.
He does that to everybody.
I got you.
He knows. See, he doesn't want nobody fucking with me. That's not a secret. At the end of the day, this is what he does. This isn't. Oh, let me see. What can I fucking conjure up today? But Tom, you know what I mean? He does it to all you guys, really. But you know what it is.
You seen how you the other day? Look at his puckered lips, man. Well, you know what I mean? We don't even know his sexual identity anymore on this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Inviting people to his penis. He's looking at men's lips. He wants to look at rub men's butts. You know what I mean?
So by
He's just
me,
a weird dude.
right? So by me trying to show, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I was just, you know, I was trying to be loyal. I guess I shouldn't have done that, especially for that clown. There's no,
That's true.
guess I shouldn't have. Bottom line.
I can understand that though. I just wanted to touch base because I felt like I needed to because I fuck with Tazzo the long way. Pause. So I was like, all right, well, if I'm gonna be in his chat, I gotta know what the fuck is up because I seen that now. I need to figure out what it was, and that's
it's only right. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just you ain't nothing wrong with that. React. We gotta pull each other up when we see some fuck shit or some shit that we may deem questionable.
And I want anybody to do that shit to me. You see me doing saying some fuck shit, pull me up ASAP because.
But I think there's one thing we can all agree upon on this panel is that No White God is a dickhead and an idiot.
First of all, you can't come up here and talk and preach this shit when you on a channel that got Cavalli Kid on this shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we've been showing receipts, bro, of No White God saying how much of a pedophile Cavalli is.
He was Grizz showed it. I was on the panel.
Yeah. Yep.
Like he said, "Oh, so that means he did 2 things with her, and Bubba in state of Florida, and now you on a panel with Cavalli? Yo, crazy."
Exactly. And I showed those same receipts like a week or two ago.
Those even having him up. He had his kid all over YouTube. That's fucking insane.
There's no way I'm going back from a person that has my kid. Like Cavalli was just in the backstage for about 30 minutes.
No.
Bro, you got a better chance of seeing a fucking Martian.
Oh, was he? Hey, Cavalli.
Are you out of your fucking?
If you would have pulled them up here, I would have jumped off immediately. I don't want to ever be on a panel with him.
And I would have expected everybody to send me hate mail and punch me in the face.
React's not gonna pull him up, dude.
Fuck, what? Listen. This is the reason why he wants to do that now, because he done been on French Dough shit. Then he went up on Diamond shit, and then he went up on somebody else's shit, and now he thinks, oh shit, I'm good now. Let me go try React. Nigga, you out your motherfucking mind. You got it.
My question, well, he doesn't never have to answer this, but why is Grizz a fuck nigga? Like, I don't get that.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll tell you why.
What did he do to you other than show everybody what you said already? Here.
Yeah, bro. What it is this. I remember that day.
Well, Dose told him to say that.
Well, no, that day that he went up on 5/5 panel and Grizz was up there, and Grizz asked No White God if he was racist. He said yes. And Grizz said, "All right, you're done." That was it.
Oh, okay then. Well, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I
We're
pretty
not
much did the
promoting that
same shit.
racism shit. I'm
I didn't
definitely
even know about
not.
that.
I want everybody to know that immediately. Like, man, I got half white, half Italian, half everything in
No,
my family.
Right.
And that,
Definitely. Who
that's
doesn't
how it is
nowadays,
over
right,
right?
here.
but Sage, right, but I think that, dude, honestly, the best way to like build up a community, dude, is to support black-owned businesses. Keep the money in your community. I don't think that's racist. I think it's just that's what'll put. If you guys are able to have your own bank where you could get the loans and the shit like that, you could build wealth off that. And it's a shame that systematically that's been rooted out. It's fucking crazy.
Right.
So there was programs when the up and coming neighborhoods used to like blossom up around the 50s and 60s and shit. It had clauses like, yo, you can't loan to anybody that has a percentage of black blood in you.
Right.
You have to keep it. So that's why, like the generational wealth. Generational wealth means generational, means passed down from family to family to family. You feel me? Like, so if we get in the short end of the stick in the beginning, there's no way it's gonna be equal in the end. And right now, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I talk to my people about, a Goof Troop and everybody behind the scenes about what I said yesterday. Building some shit for your children, leaving your children to be set, not being outside and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. I could care less about that. I'm building some shit for my children. So when I die, because everybody got an expiration date.
That's a fact.
Father Time is undefeated. He has never been proven wrong, unlike No White God, or just like No White God. He's never been proven wrong, right? You're gonna die.
Crazy.
Like No White, that was sarcasm. No White God thinks he's never been proven wrong, but whatever. You're gonna die, and you're gonna die, and then when your kids, are you gonna leave your kid something, or are you gonna leave your kid dead?
Yo, I remember when Real G's TV ate him up.
He can't debate Real G's.
He killed them. I remember that. I saw that shit.
And that's the thing. He tries to come over. He won't go over to No White God. He won't go over to HOK and all this other places. The Speaker's Corner and all these places where they actually do debates. They actually get it in for 12 to 14 hours a day, nonstop. He won't go there.
Right.
And I don't see you over there because I be in there. I be in the chats looking. I don't see you on the panels. He won't go there, but he'll come over here.
Because he's an intellectual troll, I guess.
Yeah.
When they go see the HOK, they be getting smoked.
And so they leave and go to what the fuck is his name, man? God damn. I forgot his name. But anyways, these channels over here aren't debate channels, bro. So and we told you that from the beginning. That you come over here and you want to debate and shit. Like
no, he doesn't. He just wants to hear himself talk because
there you go. Shamrock nose. Damn it.
That was right.
She peeped it. Thank you.
I keep trying to say stuff.
Yeah,
but he kept talking. It's like you want to have an intellectual discussion, but before you even got up on panel, you called all of us up here stupid. You don't set the stage for an intellectual conversation. You're condescending, you're arrogant, and every single panel I have been on that you showed up, you derailed the conversation and you brought chaos. And this is the last thing I'm gonna say. If you was truly intelligent, you would not be on a panel with Cavalli and French.
Exactly.
That's it.
He was thinking,
she hit the nail right on the head.
Well, I think I'm gonna leave that. I'm actually gonna end that live on that note.
All right. Yeah,
I
I'm
appreciate
blocked again, bro, in the chat.
Hold on, let me do it right now again. Hold on, let me see.
I don't know who's doing it, but
salute all you guys.
Before
salute everybody who
2020,
up,
it was 3 more people that was crowned.
You already know.
2020.
You said what?
I just want to let y'all know before 2020, 3 people had became kings over in Africa. So if anybody asks you again, when was the last time someone got crowned a king? I think the last person got crowned king in 2017. One of those brothers came from the United States that checked his bloodline, and he found out he was a king in Africa, and he took over his grandparents' roles. And the next two other people that became kings in Africa, they was born in Africa, and they had royal weddings. And one of them was in the newspaper just around the same time as Prince Henry and whatever her name is, Meghan Markle. When they got married, that's when the other people got married as well. So there is actually 3 living black kings over in Africa right now.
There you have it. Now that is somebody that actually puts in the work and will battle your ass.
Exactly.
He will debate.
Salute to J World.
I think he's scared of J World. I mean J World.
J World is one of them people that'll do it. I won't.
Oh shit! Yeah, salute to that.
I can't. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't know enough to intelligently speak about it. So people like J World will, and you know that's that.
Yeah, you could talk to me about like CPUs and GPUs and shit like that.
Yeah, you can talk to me about little sports and a little techie shit, and a little bit of history and all that. I know a little bit of a lot, but when it comes to that, I don't know the five kings. Like
I know React was all get the fuck out. I don't give a shit.
Five Kings? Is that a movie? Like what the fuck? Oh, what? Okay, so I know all the five kings.
We in the USA. He's all we in the USA.
Okay, so like you ever like in high school when it was like, all right, we're gonna learn about what's that shit called? What's the fuck is that? The algebra. And everybody's like, I ain't never did. Now they thinking like I ain't never used algebra a day in my fucking life. And in the human or when as an adult, geometry, yes, but algebra, like 2 to the third power type shit, like and all that. Never use that shit. Why the fuck I want to know about what the five kings? All right, not disrespecting them. I'm just saying that's not doing anything for me at this point in time. That's it.
Facts.
So. Yeah, the Mount Rushmore, like I don't have a hip hop Mount Rushmore shop behind the bar. I don't have one.
Hip hop Rushmore. Who said
behind the bar? He's trying to he's making a
oh shit! I'm sorry.
What he's doing is trying to make a comparison. Like, all right, so you don't know who the five kings are, but who's your 4 Mount Rushmore? Blah 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 blah. But no, I don't have a rap Mount Rushmore, because I can only name 2 that actually rapped about some shit, old school shit. But other than that, yeah.
And I didn't mean to laugh at you. I thought hip hop Mount Rushmore was something that no white god would say. That's why I laughed. Sorry.
Yeah, no, he would have said it because after you say, well, I don't know who the five kings are, he go, yeah, but you know who hip hop Mount Rushmore is.
Who's a hip hop Mount Rushmore? Who gives a shit about that? Everybody's top 5 is different. So like, what the fuck does that mean?
It was a like I said, it was he behind the bar was trying to what the fuck is it called? Making a comparison to
I got what you're saying. Got
it.
All right, I got you behind the bar.
It didn't work though. Behind the bar, nice try though. But yeah, I can tell you about my Black Rushmore of America.
Okay,
I can tell you about like the people who I think, and obviously everybody's gonna be different, but the people who I think made an impact on America as being black, off the top of my head, and this is in no particular order. I would say no particular order. I would say Frederick Douglass. I would say, and then I'm trying to go in like not centuries, but periods of time. Frederick Douglass, MLK. I will put Malcolm in there. And then people don't like. Actually, I'm not even gonna put this guy in it. I was gonna say Obama because he was the first president. Well, technically, I know everybody would go back and say Abraham Lincoln was 3/4 or 0.006% black, and all that other shit. I'm talking about half, 50% or more. Obama was. But let me see. So MLK, Martin, Frederick Douglass. I don't know, man. Dane Calloway said Harriet Tubman didn't really do what she was saying that she was doing, man. Like Dane Calloway said that, like, Harriet really wasn't Harriet. Like, and yeah, don't fight me. Don't Dr. Sebi, come on, bro.
React. Harriet Tubman does have a certification of being a train conductor.
A train conductor.
She has that, and yes, she was a train conductor, but also at the same time, she did do things with the Underground Railroad. She may not be the one that was busting the gun, but she was the one with the directions. She knew all that.
Right.
So she did have a role to play in it.
See, I got a love-hate relationship with Dane, man, because on one hand he be kicking some shit, but on the other hand, it's like I don't like some of the shit I don't really agree with, but he put out some real evidence that I had to question it. And his saying is, "I'm just here to make you think." And my shit was going off. Like, I couldn't sleep. I was buying books. I could not sleep because I was wondering, like, what the fuck? Why is this that? And why is this that? And it was crazy, bro.
What happened when it makes you think? You just explained what happened when it makes you think. You went and tried to do research. You tried to awaken your mind. So if he wants you to think, he wants you to awaken the parts of your mind that you don't use. He wants you to try to put it together and come up with a logic that is fact instead of just having theories. A lot of people have theories out there.
Listen, peep this, right? Peep this. He said, Dane was like, and this is going back 3 years, right? Dane was like, this is who I used to listen to before I did uploads on YouTube. Dane said, listen, all of our people weren't slaves. They trying to tell you that. Most of our people was already here, right? Also, there was still free. This is what Dane said. There was free people when they were slaves. Like, they own property, they own all this different shit, right? So I'm like, Dane's bugging out right now. Like, what? Do your history, do your research, figure out who you are when you figure out DNA tests and all that shit. So I did all that, did a family tree, traced it back, and I'm tracing back, and I'm going back, and I'm seeing all this different shit, right? I'm seeing wild, crazy shit. Like, my great grandmother used to be like she took care of kids, but like the white people would have these babies, and then they would just drop them off to her, and she would literally breastfeed them and all this. She was a fucking nanny type shit, right? But then I go back another generation, not a generation, but another certain amount of years, and there was like land deeds and shit that my peoples owned, like, and this is back in 1830. Like, so there was literally land certificates and plots, they call them plots of land that my last name, they owned it. And I'm thinking, like, how the fuck was people slaves and they was owning land and they was allowed to own land, like, and work? Like, how is that possible when everybody was a slave? Like, everybody was, if you was black. How is that possible?
Not everybody was slaves. You had,
and there you go,
servants, and then
Indians had a huge amount of slaves.
A lot.
Indians practiced slavery like you wouldn't believe, dude. That's why a lot of African people are Indians, or whatever the term you use, Native Americans. They look really dark because they did have slaves, and that's why a lot of these states out west are near these reservations. A lot of states that had big reservations had a decent sized African population because of that, because they were slave. All the civilized tribes, what they considered civilized, practicing slavery.
Yeah. And it's like Jay World said, not everybody was slaves. There was slaves, yes, but a lot of people was living, you know what I'm saying, and owning land and flourishing, you know what I'm saying? So the shit that they tell you in the books, I believe, is to keep you locked in, like to be wanting, always wanting and thinking that somebody's owing you something. So that's why I had help, but I said, fuck it. I'm not gonna want. I'm not gonna beg anybody for anything. I don't need anything from anybody. I'm doing me. I'm gonna get it on my own. I don't need no this or that or this or that or this or that. Fuck it. I'm not being, like Loki said, mental slavery. I'm not about to be locked into this shit. And then always blaming. Fuck that. No, because while I'm over here blaming, time is passing by. Time is passing by. There would be 65 fucking blaming. Like, I would have had this, but yeah, the white man, the white man. Fuck that. Because there's many black folk out here. That's why I don't like.
That's a tough one, React.
That's why this is just me. This is just me speaking.
Let me ask you this real quick.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I just want to ask you real quick. How do you feel like when you're explaining this to your children? Because I know I heard a lot of people say they didn't want to burden their children with this. So it's kind of like a catch-22, because it's like you want your children to know the history, but you also don't want them to feel like guilty or, less than because of it. So I'm asking you as a black man, like, how do you deal with these issues with your children? Like, if they ask you, or do you bring it up, or do you try to just try to give your best explanation for it? It's something I'm curious about.
J-Road, you got kids?
Yeah,
I tell you, with me, I try to be as real as possible, because outside of these doors, ain't nobody really gonna sugarcoat shit for you. Especially as my son being a black man, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not gonna get things sugarcoated for him. All right. So, he's gonna have to work harder. He's gonna have to be smarter. He's gonna have to stand out. And that's what I tell him. You got to work harder. You got to work smarter. You got to be faster. You got to be smart. You got to do all these things. You have your margin of error is a lot smaller. So that's just the reality. That's the reality. And that's real. You got to be on it, and you can't want nothing from nobody. You got to go and get it yourself. You got to get it yourself. You got to go out and take some shit. And I'm not talking about taking like armed robbery type shit. I'm talking about, you want a business? All right, boom. What's your business gonna be? Oh, it's gonna be a taco truck. All right, cool. What's your goal? What's your goal to get the taco truck? How you gonna get the money? I'm gonna do this. Write it down. Boom. You hit that goal. All right, cool. Now you get that. Now you get that. Now you get that. And then boom, you have a taco truck. Ain't nobody gonna come pull up and give you a taco truck. They ain't gonna come give you a taco truck fully loaded with a grill and everything like that. No, you gotta go get it. And that's what I'm teaching my kids. You gotta get this shit. But I'm also teaching them that it's a cold world. It's a cold world out there. And truthfully honest, nobody gives a fuck about your feelings except for me and your mama. That's it. So I just be as real as possible with them, Doc. That's it. That's all. Without getting too crazy. Because I got to remember they are 9 and 7, and I don't even talk to my 3-year-old yet, because she still thinks that the world revolves around her. So she's out of it. But my 9 and my 8-year-old, I just tell them what it is without being too crazy.
Yeah, no, I get it. Well, that was one of the conundrums that I was trying to look at point of view. Do you tell these kids your age all these atrocities, all this horrible shit happened, and then how would they react to that? Are they going to be, looking at a certain race? Saying is what you do. I'm just saying it's the question I had. I know me, dude. If I heard like my people were under attack constantly, this is what you were. This is what your great grandfather was. I could understand and be like, wow, like what the fuck? It might, if you get that at a young age, when kids' minds are like real sponges, that might make them think like, hey, look, this is me against them. And not saying that's anybody's intent. It's
Right.
just my question is, how do you even approach it? You know, I mean, I is my thing. You answered it, of course,
Yeah.
but I
And
just
also I don't really harp on the. So my daughter, she seen me when George Floyd, all that shit happened with George Floyd. It was a big deal in our city, right? So our cops and all that, we had a big ass like riot type shit. But I went downtown, right? I went downtown. My bad, Cronky. I just had it because I'm trying to speak. So I went downtown and we had a protest and everything, and my daughter was crying because she saw what was happening on the news, and she's like, "Oh, I don't want Daddy to get killed," and blah 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 blah. And I let her know, like, listen, I'm not going down to do this riot stuff you see on TV. I'm going down because if you don't stand for something, you're gonna fall for everything. Like, you gotta, and I put it on YouTube. I put that shit on YouTube. So, but I don't harp on the negative stuff like slavery and all that other shit. I let them know about like their grandfather that was a World War fucking one veteran, and I let them know about the positive shit that is in you, that's in your blood. You know what I'm saying? That's what I let them know about. Because I feel like if you focus on the negativity, that's the only thing that's gonna stand out. So I let them know, Tyler Perry Studios, a black man who owns a whole fucking studio in Atlanta, the size of goddamn Walt Disney. Well, not Walt Disney, but almost. You know what I'm saying? He's a black man. He used to be homeless. She loves them. She loves them fucking plays. And I let her know about Tyler Perry. Like, this is possible. All this is possible. You know what I'm saying? So to make a long story short, I highlight the positivity while also keeping it 100% real. Like, this is how it is, because like Quill said, the teachers ain't teaching this shit at all. Crown Key, what's going on, Queen?
What's going on, everybody?
Wow. Peace.
I just wanted to give a little insight on something, right? Because we're talking about moments in history and how it affects our family, our children, our views on society, and we're having a nice build. And what made me come up is something that Doc asked, and you pretty much gave a good answer. When Doc was asking, if like, how do you tell your children? Do you tell them or do you not tell them, basically? Now, I have no children, but I do have one thing. I have a father that picked cotton when he was a little boy in the South. I'm talking about somebody that was in the cotton fields with older people in the 20th century picking cotton. And my family, my father, my descendants are Indians, and on my father's side. And my father was taken out of school to pick cotton, and a bale of cotton wasn't giving you anything. You understand what I'm saying? But because you lived on a piece of land that didn't belong to you, you still had to pay rent. You understand what I'm saying? So having a parent like that, growing up in a situation like that during a time during a time frame where changes were coming in the years to come, and they lived that type of history in the 20th century. Now we're talking about uh sharecropping, correct? That's what it would be called, sharecropping, if I'm
Right.
correct.
Yep. Which was
And
also a term for never getting out of debt. But yep.
exactly. So the house that my father was born in, all of us, the entire family, would go to every year. And when I tell you this house, the initial house that was given, that was rented, that was on this property, was about the size of a very long extended bathroom. And that was it, with railroad bedrooms. And to show the get up and go, as they say down south, of the people in the family, when people started leaving the town to come up north, or to go into the service, as that, you know, black people say, you know, the old school ones, they don't say the army, they say the service.
Service.
That was a way out. That was a way out because in the South, there was only three things for a black man. It was either you staying in a one horse town, you could be hanging from a tree, which eventually is going to take you to the grave during that time period. Because we're talking about the deep South. We're not talking about
Yeah.
up north. We're talking about the deep South. So what a lot of young men did, they found their way going into the service. My father lied about his age and went into the service
A
before the
lot of
Korean War.
people
Well, he
did.
didn't fight the Korean War. Let me not lie. He was a mechanic. Granted, he was a mechanic. You hear that? He was a mechanic during that time, which is an oddity. But that's what he did during the war. You know? So I'm saying all of this to say that, granted, you don't want to focus on the ugly, but you gotta be honest. Because if you're
Got to.
not honest, like Loki said in the comments, we will be where we are right now continuously. Trying
Fact.
to figure out what's going on. Why is this happening? Oh, why? I respect you, Doc. And I'm saying that here on React's channel. You know why I respect you, Doc? Because you actually had what we say in Spanish, agallas, los cojones, the balls, the you stood on the square, you said you actually are learning things that you didn't know. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that because that's raw honesty. When you look at it from the other side, it you're basically saying you didn't know everything that you know, that you're learning now about our culture, about how things affect melanated people. I choose to say melanated. I don't like the word black because black is dark. It's unseen. You can't see nothing with it. And we are bright and vibrant people. And I'm saying that respectfully, no shade to anybody else.
Right.
But I say melanated. You understand what I'm saying? And I have respect for you because of that. I learned to get to know each person on here as best as I can because we're on the internet individually. Granted, you know, we're not going to go to the past and talk about, you know, the sector or the section of the
Right.
sector
Yeah.
that I
Yeah.
was a part of because, hey, nobody's hands are clean. We all
Right.
stroll through there. But,
Nobody.
you know, right. But, you know, keeping it positive and keeping it moving up and forward, I respect you for that because it takes a lot because you've already stated that you do feel uncomfortable. You know, at certain times you do feel uncomfortable. And I'm here to tell you, you have people that come to your chat, they enjoy what you say, what you talk about. I love to hear you spit. I love your flow, even if it's dose all day. Keep doing what you're doing. I told you this earlier. Shake it off. Because if we didn't care about you or we didn't welcome you in the fold, you would know it because you wouldn't even be around. And we wouldn't even know who Doc Samini is. You understand what
That's
I'm
why I'm
saying?
glad. I'm glad this I set this live because that's what I wanted to. I wanted people to have a conversation because so much of YouTube is not conversation. It's so easy to have it, but we don't do it. We don't have a conversation enough about what needs to be talked about. We talk about everything else, but what actually needs to be talked about. And this was different. This was very different, and I liked it because how else we gonna learn about everybody? Like, all right,
Yeah.
say for instance, y'all see me over here. I'm doing my country rap reaction thing, but I do a lot of other reactions too. But people only pick out that. I had no clue about this lane up a year and some change ago. I had no clue about this lane. I thought that, you know, my eyes was closed. I didn't know I was what's it, stereotype. I stereotype country people because I didn't know anything about them. I didn't know anything about them. So like Doc started learning. I started learning shit. Started learning
Right.
mad shit because you got to be
Right.
able to be you got to be able to be open minded about shit. Basically, make a long story short, and that's
I
and
always
that's and
say
that's
we're
what
students
it
for
is.
life. As long as you're alive, you wake up every day, you're gonna learn something new. I mean, and I
That's a
say you're
fact.
going to, but you have to be open to it. Because a lot of us, what happens is we get stuck in our ways, in what we were taught, in our own perspective due to our experiences, and that's all we go to. Because we don't know how to get out the box. We don't care to get out the box. It's oh well, well, that doesn't affect me, so I have nothing to do with that. And that's fine. But
It's a lot of that.
then you can't want people that are not like that to think the way that you think. It's never gonna go. It's never gonna mix. It's never gonna be anything but what you see happening now. Not in this discussion, but just in general, what we see. Hello?
Yeah, J World, you got anything
Oh,
you want to
okay.
say before I shut it down?
Yeah, I wanted to ask a question. So, as Americans, right? Nowadays, as Americans, does America, whenever they feel regretful, do they actually pay a debt to society, or do they pay a debt to someone when America actually feels regretful?
Are you talking
Uh,
about reparations?
yeah, they pay everybody. They just didn't pay us. They didn't the
I'm gonna
FBA, the
be
Foundation
honest.
of
Not
Black
not
Americans.
even not even reparations. Just when America feels guilty, right? When they feel guilty, they always do something for a country. I just want to know, is that correct or am I wrong?
No, you're correct.
Yeah, I don't agree with. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, man.
Oh no, I wasn't saying nothing. React said I'm correct. You said you don't agree.
Basically,
I don't agree with reparations to countries or anything like any money going outside the country. I didn't know too much about the reparations. The only thing I can think of is that giving people a bunch of money isn't going to do too much. But if reparations in the form of giving you guys banks, letting you have your own way to take care of your own community, I think that would serve a a way better purpose. I mean, they can print out money and give it to you. I mean, I would never say no, don't do that. I just think that would be the wrong form. I think
I
that
think you're
if you look
I think
back through
you're right.
history,
I think, like you said, I think it should come in a form of, like you said, banks, shit like that, generational wealth, because that's the big thing we lost was generational wealth, and not,
Absolutely.
and I'm not, and I
Absolutely.
ain't talking about everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's people, and that's another thing that comes into play when you talk about reparations. Like, all right, who gets it? Everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But
that's a
as we
whole different discussion.
But as we see, you see countries get reparations when America feels guilty for doing something, or someone else does something to that country. America feels guilty for it. They'll give that country money, weapons, all different types of things. They'll give them sanctuary over here with a dual citizenship, straight off of the rip. Um, even down to
right,
individual
Jay? Wait,
races,
I
even
mean,
down
Jay, world talk.
that's all right. Even down to individual races, ethnic groups, they will pay them if they feel any type of remorse. And as America, we have to change that ideology
But
because
see, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I
oh yeah,
agree with
yeah,
that. Yes,
y'all,
I do
y'all,
agree with
y'all are
that.
good. Y'all are good. Y'all are good. I'm done. I'm done.
Now, I was just gonna piggyback off of what you said. Um, with that being done, it should show us, and it's kind of a warped way of looking at it, but it's the reality because everything you said was absolutely true. Um, when you look at how the system is set up, it's showing you that the people that have the money are the ones that are the movers and the shakers. So with what is being spoken about us having lost generational wealth shows you where we're at. Am I making sense?
Yep.
It shows you where we're at. We can't do. We
Absolutely.
can do. We can do. And I'm gonna just put that out there. We can do, but we're missing a major component that puts it all together. That's the thing that's missing. The piece that puts it all together. And it's just no different than if you have a home. What oils the wheels that keeps the home going? Money. Because you have to pay the rent, you have to buy food, you have to pay the electric bill, the water bill, maintenance, whatever it is. Money is the moving factor of everything. And that is the missing component in our community. Money will rotate through many different neighborhoods, anywhere from 10 to 37 times. But in
Before it
our
leaves.
community,
That's a fact. That's a
but in our
fact.
community, what does it do, React? How many
Three.
times does it go
It's
around?
probably it goes around probably 2 or 3 times and then it's gone.
And you giving it a lot, and you gave it
And
I
that's
wouldn't
two
even
times
say it
more
don't
than
even go in our
I
community
would
at
say.
all.
that's a
On our
stretch. Probably.
community at all.
Once it's out our hand, it's gone. You see what I'm
Yep.
saying? Because in our
Right.
communities, we don't have sufficient amount of business owners that we can support. Everybody else comes into our communities, and when I say our communities, I mean, and it kind of is like what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of like a conundrum, I guess, because you should be able to go anywhere and be able to buy with anybody, and build your business and support your family, so on and so forth. But in our communities, in the Hispanic and melanated communities, we have a tendency that we got to go outside of our communities to look for the things that we may want or need or enjoy. You see what I'm saying? You go into any other community and that money just keeps rotating constantly. Sometimes it'll rotate
Absolutely.
3 weeks before it leaves out of their community. You understand what I'm saying? But in our community, we gotta make it work. We gotta make it do what it do for that moment that we have it, which is never too long for some of us.
That's a
I can't put everybody in that
yeah.
basket for some of us, So that's the missing component. And I really don't want to take over the conversation, so I'll be quiet now.
Hey, what's
Nah, it was
everybody's
very
trade up here?
informative. Salute to you.
No,
I
I
want to
just
What's
say
everyone's
thank
trade?
React.
yeah,
Thank you
no,
for having me
and
up.
it's right on point.
Salute to the panel. Salute to the
Yeah, no
chat.
problem.
Hey,
I
No
got a little
problem.
girl
Don't
here.
leave
She going
yet. Don't
crazy.
leave yet, Sage.
Salute,
Oh,
I
what
Sage.
want to
happened?
ask
What
everybody
happened?
this last question.
Oh,
What's
uh-oh.
everyone's trade? What's everyone's trade up here?
Oh man, I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. If
No,
that
no, no. Just
helps.
give me one trade. Just give me one trade. Give me one trade.
I'm amazing.
Oh, it's too much, bro. Too much. I got a lot of shit under my belt, man. You gotta holler at me and we could break them all down.
No, 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 no.
Everybody,
See, this is why we can't come together.
yes, we
Because
can.
no, listen. When we can come together, right? This is what we can do. Like say React knows how to do marketing. Sage, you know how to do computer work. You know how to fix the computers. Doc, you know how to shoot. Tommy, you know how to drive. Crown Key, you know how to do secretary work, right? Me, I know how to be a promoter. So
You
that
said I
right
know how to
there,
do what? I'm sorry, because it
you
went
know how
in,
to do
and my phone went in
secretary.
and out.
You know how to do secretary work. And I'm a promoter.
Okay.
That right there, we just
She
made
like secretary.
Yeah, no,
hey,
but
but
you know
look,
what?
look,
I'll
that
say
right
I'm a
there,
research analyst. I'll say
but
I'm a
that right
research
there,
analyst.
okay. Research analyst. You do all the research. All right, so that right there, we just put together a little community of 6 people, and we can get something going off of that, right? Because everybody has a trade. If we all can come together, at least everybody having one type of trade that they are successful in, we can actually build something, go on top of that, instead of having our money feeling like water going in our hands and out of our hands and going to the next community, we can have that money come in there, flip about 2-3 times, at least make one profit off of that before it leaves out of the community, because everybody has a trade inside of the community and everybody can go ahead and render some type of service that they need to. And that would be able to add on to extra people coming along and their type of trade being able to set a skill set, and that adds on even more. So we got to start thinking more together, like, instead of more individual, like.
Yeah, and like he said, how about you stop looking at yourself as different?
I like that
And then
comment.
you are dividing yourself by using identity politics. That is 100% correct.
Mm-hmm.
100% correct. FTW nil.
Well, look at the money this way, like what J World was saying. Well, just look at it this way, right? Say I'm a general contractor, and J World's there, and he's an independent contractor. I hire him out for a job. He hires 3 more people. We go to our fucking community where we get our supplies. This money circulates through all of them off of one job. You see what I'm saying? But we're keeping the same money rotating between us. I get 4 or 5 of my friends. They get people involved. It just, the money keeps going and it ends right back up to us when we go get the fucking material and everything else. Everybody gets paid in it. But first of all, I want to say, Crown Key, thank you for what you said. I definitely appreciate that. It's awesome. And I love
You're
seeing
more
it
than
because
welcome.
I'm big into the money. I collect money. I fucking know. And when I
Guess
saw
what, Doc?
how they
Guess what?
decimated the community that was
Guess
built.
what, Doc? I'm a coin
Yeah.
collector as well. I'm a coin collector as well.
That's what's up.
So we have something in common. My father was a coin collector, and I'm going to inherit his coin collection. It's like that. I'm the baby, so I get that. I already put my bid in for it. But nonetheless, I have my own coins that I have here. So I'm with you on that. And the silver as well. I'm eye to eye with you on
This
that.
is my newest one. 1829 cat bucks. I just got it today. This is my newest.
Nice, bro. That's nice, bro.
It's nice.
All right, people. Well, this is 3
Thank
hours
you,
and 11. Damn, 3
Oh,
hours and
React.
11 minutes. That's a long goddamn time for me, man.
Can you hear me, React?
This was a nice
Yep.
build,
I
React.
just want to
real
reiterate
nice
real
build.
quick, because I actually rewound your live a little bit, so I could catch up what you were talking about. So just to clarify
Thanks
again,
for having me up, man.
the whole thing with Tazo, it was when I first came on YouTube and I was over there with that bozo.
Right.
I shouldn't have done that. You were right. Like that was weak, because I didn't take the time to get to know Tazo. So I own that. You know what I mean? At the end of the day.
We speaking like men, bro.
Right.
This is what needs to go on more and less of fuck you, blah, 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 you know what I'm saying? Like you came up here, you said what it was, you know what I mean?
Right.
Ain't gonna be no dragging it or nothing like that. Like we all got our hands dirty some way, somehow on this YouTube shit. Period.
That's right.
Period.
That's
Me, myself, everybody. There's not one person that didn't ride out with somebody that did some fuck shit or did this or did that. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good.
And at that time, see, I don't even think I think Tazo was still, messing with Dose off and on. So it wasn't when he left, because it was when I first came on. So it was only like 4 months ago. So maybe 5 months ago. I don't even remember when it was really, but yeah, that's what that was, man. I was just going off that bozo's energy, and that's all it was. I didn't say nothing about nobody else. That was it right there.
Yeah, that's what I just had to ask, bro.
No, I respect that. I respect that. He did the same thing to Wax Dog and with somebody else too. He said about, and I said, dude, you're showing messages when I first came on here when I was rocking with it. That's all it was.
Right.
But I didn't know anybody at that time. Everybody knows that. You know what I mean? You get to know people as you go.
Right.
That's all it is.
All right.
Yeah, I just want to clarify that real quick, bro.
He clarified it. Doc came up, Crown Key, J World, everybody. We had a great dialogue. This is something that we need to build. We need to have more
Not
of
a
these shit.
dialect.
not a dialect. We need to have more. It was going perfect until that motherfucker jumped in. With that shit,
No,
it
but
was
you know
going
what?
perfect.
You needed that. You
The
needed
shit
that
was going
because
perfect
you gotta
until
have a
no white guy
balance.
came.
Right.
You gotta have that you have to have a balance. You know, everything can't
Yeah.
run smooth. Remember,
Right.
you on the internet. This is a social media platform, so you know you gotta have a little disturbance along the way. But you know, you bounce back, and we here. You know,
All
so
right.
hey,
Thank you, King. Thank you, Doc. Crown Key, Tommy.
All right, bro.
all right,
I'm out.
peace, everybody.
Salute everyone. Crown Key, thanks again. React, thanks for
No
having me
problem.
up. Tommy,
No
always
problem,
good
bro.
seeing you guys. Salute.
All right. Peace. Good show, even though I got here at the end. You could have popped up anytime, FTW Nil. Anytime, brother. Anytime. This is a dialogue. We having dialogue, meaning everybody get to speak, everybody get to get out whatever they got to say, and no, you know, that's it. That is it. We just talking. That's it. So I saw good Snuggins because that's the same energy I had. I waited too long to kick him off. I should have that shit should have been a long time ago, but I wanted to give him a chance to say what he wanted to say too. Like, cause I don't like that whole like having somebody come on your panel and then bullying them and muting them and kicking them off and putting them back on, kicking them off. That sucker shit. So that's why I gave him the respect, even though he don't respect me. So I gave him respect, even though he don't respect me. And it is what it is. So, all right, y'all hit the like button on the way out. See ya.